Hello everyone. If you're here, let me know you're here. My name is Balumi. Today we're going to do a CELPIP Reading Masterclass. This video or this stream was highly requested. A lot of people were like, please make a video on reading, please do a live stream on reading. And based on your demand, I am here. Please let me know if you're here. Let me know if you're here. Looking forward to your comments. Let me know if you're here. How are you all doing today? How's everything going? Hello, Kemi. How you all doing? Just waiting for a few more people to join. We have 7 people on the call. Can you hear me? Please just confirm, because I had a little bit of audio issues in the last stream. Can you confirm that you can see me and you can hear me? Hello, Simon Peter. Please, I'm just waiting on anyone to confirm if they can hear and see me. You're welcome. Please, can you hear and see me? I'll just like, please type yes, I can hear you, or something of that sort if you can hear me. Okay, thank you very much, Kola. Kola says he can hear me, so I believe if you can hear me, everyone else can. Okay, perfect. We're gonna start really soon. All right, so you can see I have a presentation slide, so I am ready for you. Before we begin, I'd like to ask real quick, please let me know where you are joining from. I am currently in Ontario, Canada. Please let me know where you're joining from. So are you also in Ontario, Canada, or Winnipeg, Canada? Are you in Abuja, Nigeria? Are you in Manchester, UK? Are you in New Delhi, India? Please let me know where you're joining from. Few people have joined. We have 12 people on the call. Please let me know where you're joining from. Today's stream is going to be very interactive. So please let me just know where you are. Move from there. Look at this. Okay, while I'm expecting your comments, let's just get started. So the objective of this call, I have 3 simple objectives. If I've accomplished this, I know that I'll feel really fulfilled with the stream today. And also, I want to make it very active for people who will also be watching the replay. Lagos, Nigeria, shout out to you. Omoko, Kewe, shout out to you. So there are 3 major objectives I have for today's call. The first one is I want you guys to be able to understand the 4 reading tasks, the requirements, the expectations, and everything is entailed, because preparation is very important for success. So, and the right preparation will just set you on the right track to, get the best score possible. I know a couple of you are here because you need this for your express entry profile. I know a couple of you are here for your postgraduate work permit in Canada. I also know that a couple of you are here for maybe even Australia, who knows, because Australia now uses the CELPIP exams for their permanent residency application profile. So also I'll teach you to avoid common traps. So unlike speaking and writing, where there is no direct answer, where like just a vague understanding or a general understanding, and I shouldn't use the word vague, is required to help you pass and succeed in the exam. There are lots of traps here and there. You have to select the right answer, so accuracy is very important. So I'll be teaching you how to avoid some common traps. And in addition to that, I'll also be showing you my second objective will culminate in my third objective, where I'll be showing you what you can do to improve your accuracy. Over the course, when I'm sharing my slides, you'd see that sometimes just by not reading between the lines, or just by mistaking something for the other, there's a chance of choosing the wrong answer. So just by doing things right, we can be able to avoid that from happening. Yeah. I have a lot of people from Lagos, Nigeria. Let's continue. Now, so basically, this is like a quick snapshot. Let me remove my face from there. A quick snapshot of the reading test overview. Like part 1 is reading a correspondence. The correspondence is usually a letter, an email, something of that sort. Part 2 is reading to apply a diagram. You have like a visual, it can be a map, it can be an announcement, it can be a checklist, it can be like a schedule, that kind of thing. Reading for information, that's one of the most tricky ones. We have a long paragraph or 4 paragraphs, and the 5th paragraph just says not stated in any paragraph, and you have to find your way to match the right paragraph to the right question. It is quite tricky, I'll be honest with you, and it takes a level of precision and attention to detail, because some paragraphs might be closely related because the entire paragraph is on the same topic. Some paragraphs are closely related, so you have to be very careful to make sure that you don't select the wrong, you don't select the wrong answer. But I'll teach you some of those tips in the course of today's stream. And for those who will be watching the replay, it will still be very useful for you as well. So you can see the timing. This is like the rough timing. It's may differ slightly, but according to this, so 11 questions, 11 minutes, 8 questions, 9 minutes, 9 questions, 10 minutes. And then reading for viewpoints, that's the almighty. I think people majorly complain about reading part 3 and reading part 4. So for reading part 3, we have 9 questions and we have 10 minutes to answer. Reading part 4, we have 10 questions and we have 13 minutes to answer. But the honest truth is that for all of these 4 categories, the time is not enough, because the time you spend reading and assimilating the passage before you move over to trying to find the right answer, the time just keeps going. So accuracy is needed, but also speed and time management is needed in the CELPIP reading exam. Moving on, so there are 3 types of CELPIP questions that come up. General information questions. These ones are easier to find. You get what is the passage about? Just by skimming through, you can figure out what the passage is about. Thank you, Kola Adeoye from Ibadan. Then specific information is where you ask for like a specific opinion or supplementary information. So you actually have to look through and find it. It might be a date, it might be a time, it might be an idea that was expressed and something like that, but it's quite specific and it's in the passage. So you have to actually consciously look out for it. While the third one is inference. Inferences are questions that are not expressly shared in the passage, but you have to understand the passage, then deduce and draw information. It's just like we'll go through some examples over the course of this stream. It's just like a letter. We never heard if they were colleagues or if they were friends, but you have to infer and deduce that, from the way they were speaking, are they friends or are they colleagues or are they even strangers? So those are the kind of inference. I put an asterisk here because it's quite tricky. And as you progress in the exam, you get more specific information and more inference questions. So please, when you realize that a question is an inference question, I would acknowledge you to please try and look through and be sure that you got the right question. That is it. Now moving to the next slide. Please, can everyone hear me? Some people just joined. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Let me know where you're streaming from. A couple of people are in Lagos, Nigeria. I have somebody from Ibadan and Andy in Ontario. Let's know where you're streaming from so that if I'm doing another live stream, I'll consider your timing. I'm expecting my major audiences are in Nigeria, the UK and Canada. So I use those time zones when I was considering the timing. But let me know where you are streaming from. Thank you. Okay, now people London, Ontario, thank you. Anoluapo Akirele. So people always state that you know that the CELPIP reading exam is challenging, and this is the reasons why it's challenging. I've gone through that a bit. It's because it demands accuracy in your speaking and writing. Accuracy is needed, but not that kind of precision in accuracy, because you can, if they say right, talk to your friend about this. There is no specific accurate way of saying it. There are many ways to skin a fish or kill or whatever, or fry a cat or whatever it is. There are many ways to, what's the inference? There are many ways to skin a fish, meaning there are many ways to do other tasks, but reading requires a specific and accurate answer, or else you'll get it wrong. Like I said earlier, it also requires efficient time management, and I'll be teaching you how to manage time, because that is one of the biggest things. When you don't have time, you will now do what Nigerians call urus the answer. You just pick anything and move on. Even though I recommend that if you're running out of time and you don't know which answer to pick, guess, because there's a 25% chance that you will pick the right answer than leaving it blank and be sure that you're missing it. So, but ignore the double strong grammar to handle paraphrasing. I'll get to that. But when you know how to manage your time and you have the right strategies for time management, you can easily be able to and look through the questions well and find the right answer on time. Then it requires strong grammar to handle paraphrasing. They paraphrase words a lot. I said it in my reading video that it's not very easy for you to find the same answer you found in the questions in the options, and we'll look through those examples if you can be patient with me. But this foundational part is very important. I can't just go to the questions, because you have access to the questions everywhere on other YouTube channels, but understanding the way the questions are set, understanding the way the questions are set, and understanding how to look for paraphrased answers will guide you. So if you're joining, a couple of people are also joined. Let me know where you're streaming from and how are you doing today. I'm streaming currently from Ontario, Canada. So last thing I'll say is that understand the tone and attitude. Understand tone and attitude. Are they angry? Are they frustrated? Are they excited? Those tones and attitude, even though they are not expressed, that's an inference question. You will never hear somebody say, I'm happy to do this, or I'm excited to do this. Or if they say that, you will not be asked the question on that. So understand, are they neutral? Are they excited? Are they worried? Are they grateful? Understand tone and attitude. Don't just read the words. Understand what this tone and attitude actually means, and how if they ask the question on this, you can understand that, oh, this particular person is very happy, so look for joy, happiness, excitement. Or this person is sad, look for sad, dejected, those kind of verbs to answer to choose the right answer. Now, quickly before we move on to reading task 1, because we're going through the 4 tasks in this stream. Before we go through that, I would like to say that look at the scoring, right? The scoring is very interesting, but I put these two highlights just to signify some things. We all should strive to get at least a 9. Depends. Some people want a 10, at least a 10, because they're trying to get the highest points in the express entry. But do your best. But one thing I can say is that if we look at the scoring, if we honestly look at the scoring, even if you score an 8, you didn't do poorly, because 28 over 38 is not really a bad score. But we're trying to get band 9 for PGWP for postgraduate work permit, or band 10 plus if we're a bit older and we're in the express entry profile. That's when we need the higher scores. So look at it, and let me just say this now before I forget. Try your best. Try your absolute best to get all the questions correctly in task 1 and task 2. Don't come for me. Try your absolute best to get all the questions correctly in task 1 and task 2. Because let's assume, let me go back to this, right? Let's assume you get all the questions in task 1 and task 2. You already have 19 points solid. Let's even say you miss one question. Let's say you miss one question in task 1 and task 2. So you have 18 points out of 19. So tax 3 and tax 4, pass 4 and pass 4 that are difficult. If you get 7, if you get 9 or something like of that nature, you are sure of a band 9. And like try your best. And also realize that is this part 1 and part 2, are people still finish on time? This other part 3 and part 4, you have longer passages, you have longer text to read, making it more difficult. Yeah, so let's continue. So just quickly reviewing this again, I mentioned this. If you get a 33, are you a band 9 or you're a band 10? Lauren, Damilola, good to have you again. So I mentioned this. If you get a 33, are you a band 9 or band 10? So the thing is that the CELPIP reading exam is not easy. The standard difficulty is not easy at all. But some people get slightly harder background sound. Interesting. I tried using my mic, but my mic is not connecting. I'll try to figure that out as I'm speaking. Thanks for letting me know, Kemi. I didn't know I had a background sound. Please let me know if it's better now. I've just turned something off. Maybe that will make it better. 1 second while I figure this. I want this video to be good for people who are also rewatching. So I want all the boxes to be good. Easy exam, but some people get slightly harder, slightly complicated exam. It's called score equation. In the CELPIP website, you can read about the score equation. So if you get a slightly harder exam and you get the same 33, you will be a band 10. Or if your exam was just of a moderate difficulty level, which is the standard for the exam, and you get a 33, you will get a band 9. I hope you understand that. Also, please let me know. Let me know if the audio is better. Kemi, Damilola, please, if you're here, let me know if the audio is also better. All right, let me just look at this real quick. 1 second. So we'll be looking at slightly better, right? Oh, I wonder what's happening. Honestly, I'm trying to use my mic. My mic, but it's not just connecting. I'll still be trying as we move along. Yeah, slightly better. I want it to be very better. Internal microphone. Here you have a short email. We're going to go through examples, so just be patient. But this background information is very, very crucial. Tax 1, you get a short email, a letter, and a message. Emphasis on short, because tax 1 and tax 2 are where you should try not to leave anything on the I tell everybody who books a session with me, don't leave anything on the table. Thank you, Kemi. Don't leave anything on the table in tax 1 and tax 2. Tax 1 is very short and it is very simplistic. So because as you progress, it gets harder in tax 3 and tax 4. So don't try your best. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but try your best to get everything correctly and you'll be guaranteed a good score in reading. So it's a short email, a short letter, or a short message. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand the purpose, the tone. If something is making noise, I see it now. One second. Oh, what the hell? Sorry, guys. There was a background music feature that was on. It should be better now. You should be hearing only my voice. Sorry about that. I was like, I'm hearing something that is not right. Yeah, apologies. It should be better now. because I was wondering that there's no noise around me. Where could that be? All right, apologies. Please, if you're just joining, let me know where you're joining from. I have people from Lagos, from London, from Ilorin, and from Ontario. Ended in states where in Ontario is joining from. Let me know so that in case you're outside the UK, Nigeria, and Canada, I can consider your time zone for my live streams. So I was trying to understand the purpose, the tone, and the key players. So I said it here that every task one has a sender and a receiver, just like a random message or an email. Hello, whoever, regards, whoever. So you're trying to understand what is their relationship, what are they talking about, so what is the purpose of this email? Is it to complain about something? Is it to inquire about something? Is it to give information? You need to understand Niagara. Thank you, Andy, for confirming that. You need to understand where exactly, what exactly the reading correspondence about. So it's very short. Understand the purpose. What is this email about? What is this message about? And understand the key players. Oh, this guy who is sending the message is a superior or is an executive, and he's sending a message to the manager, or they're sending a message to their customers. Something. Just understand the general idea of the message. Now, this is my strategy for task one. For task one, I want you to do a quick scan of the passage. It is a short passage. So do a quick scan. I said earlier, the strategy is you are scanning your eyes left and right, just picking details. God is an artist, and the way our brains work, our brains are designed to pick up information. Like now, if you look at this slide, the first thing that will catch your attention are probably the things in bold, but also because of the slash in who, what subject, that will also catch your eye. A longer passage like informative memo will catch your eye. So try your best. Once you see the question, scan your eyes, scan the passage with your eyes rather under a minute. Then just try to understand who sends this message, what is this message all about, and who is being referred to. So who, what, the subjects, and who they are referring to. That's the person who is going to receive the message. Or in the case, maybe let's assume it's a company memo, and the message is about HODs that need to do something. So who is maybe the boss? The people who are going to receive the message are the people working in the company, and people they are referring to are maybe the HODs, the head of departments. So find the ask. Is it a request? Is it a complaint? Or is it just an informative memo? Read about that and you understand. Then when you are done understanding that's under a minute, all of that is under a minute, look at the questions. Don't start reading from top to bottom before you now look at the questions. Look at the questions so you have an idea of what exactly you are looking for. So once you read the questions, we'll look at that quickly. You can now start sequentially. Let me remove my face. Sequentially, so you can see sequentially looking for the answers. That's what you do. You sequentially look for the answers. So you know that the first paragraph is probably going to have the answer to question one, just like how we're taught in English comprehension. The second paragraph is probably going to have the answer to question two. Thank you, Arikawe Abisola from the UK. Where in the UK, please? Manchester, London, Bradford. Let's know. So sequentially look for the answers. That's why I said task one and task two, don't leave anything on the table. Like the first paragraph is mostly going to have the first question. Once you answer that, the second answer is going to be underneath the first answer, and it goes like that, like that, like that. So if we're moving on, let's move on. Now we have now please, Wolverhampton, perfect. I want you to expand your screen. If you're watching on a laptop, please use full screen mode. If you're watching on a phone, please rotate your phone landscape mode so that you can see the full thing. Have we done that? Let me please comment yes if you've done that so I can begin with that. While we're waiting for that, I would just comment yes if you have rotated your screen and if it is in full screen mode. All right, you can see that today I came ready for you people, and just a disclaimer, I'm not saying that um, I'm doing this because of the backlash, but there was a lot of backlash. Not really backlash, but there was some slight level of negativity in my reading video. People complained that I gave such a simple question, and that some people never said simple questions, but they missed the idea. The idea was not to mirror the CELPIP exam. The idea was to show people, elimination, inferences, and how to look for the answer. So now I came prepared. Are you guys ready? So don't try to solve with me. Like don't rush and try to solve. Let's understand what this works. So in the exam, you get drop down menus, but I couldn't create that. I'm not a coder, so I had to use a tabular form. You understand? So understanding this reading correspondence, you can see that first of all, it's very informal. I know it looks long. That was because I had to squeeze everything into the same slide, but stay with me. The guide is they are trying to confuse you with such a big paragraph. So what do we do first? We look at the first two sentences, or maybe let's follow my advice. Let's scan our eyes. From scanning our eyes, we're saying hi prayer, late reply, summer has been a whirlwind. As you know, my sister Mira defended her thesis in June. That's an important information. Our parents flew in from India for the ceremony. They stayed with us. Usual tourist loop around Calgary and Banff. Loved the lakes. We drove them to Ottawa, spending a few days with Aunt Lata. In 3 days, they'll catch a flight home. We would have hosted longer, but schedules are tight. You can see I'm not like reading. I'm just scanning my eyes, even though I'm not even fast, but I'm just trying to teach you guys like how to scan your eyes. By the way, mom keeps asking about you. She never forgets good people and good chai and good people. Big news about Mira. Offer in Montreal and Asira Aerospace. Satellite components. She starts next month. A bit anxious about the French. Onboarding support. In-house French classes. A mentor who moved from Toronto. Dad and I are proud. Harder time than we expected. Just like that, keep going. Now, let's assume we finished scanning the entire passage. Now, we just looked at the questions. Daniel's parents are now, in a few weeks, Mira's employees are, Daniel and his dad are worried about Priya and Daniel. So we're not like, Daniel's parents are now what? Are they in Halifax? Are they in Ottawa? Are they in Montreal? Are they in Vancouver? Can you see? I didn't read the passage at all. I just scanned. But now I know what I'm looking for because we don't have enough time. That is the major challenge with Damilola, please calm down. Don't answer the questions. Yes, I want it to be. I will ask people to drop their questions later so that everybody has a. So don't give people expo. So when I say answer question 1, you drop your answers. But let's just, you understand, don't go ahead of people. Let it be uniform. Don't let us let's allow everybody equal learning opportunity. Thank you, Dami. So from that we can say Daniel's parents are now. So let's scan the first paragraph. We are looking for the location based on these options: Halifax, Ottawa, Montreal, and Vancouver. Based on those options, we are looking for the location of Daniel's parents. So we see that here, we don't see any location whatsoever. Now, he said after the celebrations, we drove them to Ottawa. But just for context, who are we driving to Ottawa? We have to go up a bit and just be sure that we are sure that it is truly Daniel's parents that are now in Ottawa. Daniel is the sender of this message. That's why it's talked about understanding the recipients and the sender. So Daniel is the sender of this message. So we can say, okay, it says our parents flew from India for the ceremony. So they were previously from India and they came to Canada for the ceremony because we can see Calgary and Banff. For those who don't know Banff is a huge city in Alberta, I believe. So love the lakes. So we drove them to Ottawa. So because we understood that they said our parents here, we can now figure out the Answer is otherwise. So let's all look with that same strategy. Let's all try to answer question 2. Let's all try to answer question 2. In a few weeks, Mira will dash A. Finish her master's, B. Start a new job, C. Return to India, and D. Take a long vacation. 18 of us who are on this call. Let's try to answer number 2. Okay. All right. Are you guys sure? Are you sure you're choosing the right answer? Okay. Before I confirm or deny whether your answer is correct, let's look about let's look at the question. Remember that we're talking about answering the question sequentially. And like I said, task 1, don't leave anything on the table. Answer all the questions correctly because it gets harder as we progress. So just by looking through, and I said sequentially, since we saw order right here, we're looking under. So for the mention of Mira, we heard that she defended her thesis in June. So big news about Mira. She has accepted an offer in Montreal with Astera Aerospace. So based on that, a new job, accepted an offer. Not a huge paraphrase, but you see that they did not say accepted an offer. They changed the words. So inferences and paraphrasing with knowledge would tell you that the answer is B. Start a new job. So what do you let's look again. Mira's employees are dash. What do you think the answer? Let's answer question. Sorry, no. Mira is feeling dash. What do you think the answer is? Mira is feeling dash. Mira is feeling dash. Using the same strategy I taught you, we did not read this passage. We're just sequentially following for task 1. This strategy only applies to task 1, not the others. Okay, okay, okay. People are answering. Um, so so you see what I said earlier about tones and attitude. We need to understand tones and attitude. So after accepting an offer, she says she's thrilled but a bit anxious about the French at work. So unsure about the job, not really. Happy about leaving her parents, that wasn't stated. Nervous about speaking French. Sad about moving to Montreal. I also want to teach you elimination. So we can see that option C and option A as closely related. They are different, but they are closely related. There might be some times where you can't figure out the right answer because let's say they just said nervous about working in Astera, whatever. You could always be like, she's unsure, she's nervous. But when you dig deeper, you figure out that the answer is so. Elimination does help. Nothing about leaving a parent, nothing about moving to Montreal. So the answer is C. Good job, everyone. We're doing well. Now let's look at the question for number 4. Mira's employers are dash. What do you think the answer is? Let's go for number 4. Mira's employers are dash. Sorry, I'm humming. People are searching for the answer. Mira's employers are what? A dash. Okay, we have different answers. Someone picked C, someone picked B. We need for one more person to break the tie. Okay, so we have both B's and C's as an option. Now, this is very interesting. I like it when people are choosing contrasting opinions. So, what is the question again? It's about Mira's employers. Now, let's look through the options. Not supportive of adaptation, doing little to help her adapt, leaders in aerospace with onboarding supports, inexperience with graduates. Okay, let's look at that. The company promised onboarding support, and even in-house French classes. They also paired her with a mentor who moved to Toronto last year, so that could help. 1 second. I feel there's an error with the options. Well, 1 second. Let me just figure that out real quick. I'll be back. But I'm liking the fact that we have different options here, so we can look through the right one. So the answer is Mira's employers are. The answer is C. Leaders in aerospace with onboarding support. So I don't know. Please be careful. They are actually doing their best to help her adapt. The answer is C. They said it's that they are providing onboarding supports. Onboarding supports, not every company offers that, but for them to offer you onboarding supports, either to get the language correctly, and they also said in-house French classes, that automatically removes option B. You understand? So for those who chose option B, I'm sorry, but you are incorrect. The answer is option C. They are leaders in aerospace. They didn't specifically put them together. So you can see if we look right here, they design satellite components, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So that's the first bit of the question required inference. They are leaders in aerospace with onboarding support. So they are supporting her to help her blend into the new job. So the answer was C. Let's be careful. Like I said, my goal for everybody is to clear everything. Don't leave anything on the table for your task 1 and task 2. Now let's go to option number 5. Daniel and his dad are worried about what? Let's look under where we found the answer and see where we can find what Daniel and his dad are worried about. Waiting for your answers. Okay, let me check what comments we have. We have a streak of B's and a few D's. Interesting, interesting. So let's look at it together. So we find it's not just choosing the correct answer. The reason why I'm reviewing is by question, it's so that you can see where the answer is in the question. You understand me, right? Someone chose A. Interesting. Okay. D, A, and B's. That's what we're working with right now. D, A's, and B's. Okay, Dan and his dad are worried about Dash. So it says here, Dad and I are proud, but also having a harder time than we expected. It feels like she's very young to live alone in a new city. And you know Montreal winters. We keep telling ourselves it's the right step. Do you remember that road trip we all did with the debates club to Banff? 15, okay, that's not 15 years ago, time flies. So we can say that Mira being in a frequent snowstorm, Mira not speaking French at all, never seeing Mira again, Mira's lack of life experience or living. Now I want to tell you guys something, right? From this 4 options, there is, apart from C is totally wrong. They're not worried about never seeing Mira again. The 3 of them are partially correct. We are looking for, that's why it's good to read the whole paragraph. You're looking for what the entire paragraph represents. You understand? One of the things they're worried about is because Montreal winters are heavy. If you live in Montreal or you live in Canada, you probably hear the Montreal people, their winter is really hard. That's one. Then Mira not speaking French at all. They're worried about that a little, but they also mentioned in the previous paragraph that the job offers onboarding support and in-house French classes. So it seems holistically, if you look at the entire paragraph, what they're actually worried about is a lack of experience / living alone, I believe. 1 second, let me see the full thing. So, okay, I apologize if you can't see that. It was actually Mira's lack of experience / living alone. So the answer is D. If you people got D correctly, well done, guys. Well done, guys. Don't feel bad if you got it wrong, but you now understand that before you pick an answer, look at the entire paragraph to get the full picture, because they mentioned snowstorms, they mentioned the French, and they also mentioned, but generally what they are worried about holistically is a lack of experience living alone because she's young. So you see it here. She's very young to live alone in a new city. What the option said is lack of experience / living alone. So inferences, paraphrases, get that on lockdown. Let's quickly look at option 6. This one should be very easy. What do you think the answer is? Priya and Daniel are, based on everything we've read so far, what do you think the answer is? Before I move to the next set. So I'm seeing, apologies for that. If you heard some noises, I apologize. Okay, everybody's choosing D. That's correct. That's correct. So when you hear things like, oh, we had a trip together, we were, it's a very informal text. So you can say that they are friends. Nothing about, oh, if they were saying my auntie, when I come to your auntie's place or my uncle's place, you feel that, oh, they are cousins. If they talk about the office or something about, oh, when we go back to work, please notice this is very important. We talk about, oh, when we go back to work, or I'll see you at work, then you know that they are colleagues. If they are saying that, oh, my auntie, my uncle, you know that they are cousins. But if they are, oh, I'll see you at home, then maybe they are neighbors. But it seems like, oh, they went on the trip together. She knows her mom. Her mom serves good chai and good people. So they never said it anywhere in this paragraph that they are friends. But you can understand the text and infer that. You understand? Good job, everyone. Everyone is doing a great job. So quickly, before we run out of time. Now, this second part of task 1 is a reply by Daniel, right? Sorry, is a reply by Priya to Daniel. The first one was Daniel writing to Priya, but this one is a reply of this same text. So it's assumed that Priya has received the message, and now Daniel is replying. Sorry, scratch that. Priya has received the message, and now Priya is replying back to Daniel. So let's quickly look at this. This is what you look at. Please remember that we're trying to save time. You look at this. Hi Daniel, this is such a great news. Blah 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 blah. Now the truth is that you don't need to read it. You read it once, and based on your understanding of the first text, you answer it. So, hi Daniel, this is such great news about Mira. Please count us in. We would hate to miss. What do you think the answer to number 7 is? What do you think the answer to number 7 is? Okay, I'm seeing a couple of B's. Interesting. Yeah, good job, everyone. The answer is, who said D? Maybe that's the previous. Somebody said A. Yes. So you can see that this. Let me remove my face. Sorry, just so we can see the full text. You can see there are, like I said, traps. There are a lot of traps in CELPIP Reading. I'm really happy people are making mistakes so that you don't make those mistakes on the exam day. So see what's happened. The graduation has already happened. So if you look up right here, they said that their parents came for the ceremony. So you see, our parents flew in from India for the ceremony. Do you understand me? They stayed with us for a bit, blah, blah, blah. After the celebrations, we drove them to Ottawa. So the graduation has already happened. So if you chose graduation, sorry, that is the wrong answer. But if we come down, like close to the last paragraph, you can see we are planning a small farewell brunch next weekend at Mira's place. Low-key, just friends. Okay, this was good for number 6 to know that they were friends. If you can come, let me know. So for them to say, we would hate to miss dash. Do you understand? The answer is the farewell brunch. Yeah. Now let's move on. We will leave dash at 7 a.m. and should reach you by late morning. So my advice for you is to read the full sentence. Don't stop where the dash is. Read the full sentence. We will leave dash at 7 a.m. on Saturday and should reach you by late morning. What do you think the answer is? We will leave dash. So I try to find where is Priya's location. D. Someone said D. Let's look. I also don't know where it is. I'm trying to figure out where the answer is. We're just looking for Daniel's Priya's location. Okay, I see an inference here. This is an inference. It says, do you remember the road trip we all did with the debate club to Banff 15 years ago? That was the state that I still living there. We're planning a small brunch to Mira's place, Loki just friends, blah 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 blah. Some Christmas we saw you in person. B. Someone says B. Ottawa. Okay. Someone says B as well. So the answer is I'm sorry to bust your bubble. The answer is A. Edmonton. Why is it Edmonton? You may ask. I think it's wrong. I don't think it's Edmonton. I think the answer is or it's either Ottawa. It has to be Ottawa or Calgary. And because Calgary is not on the list, I think the answer is Ottawa. Um, so this is a situation whereby I can't find the direct answer. For those who chose B or D, could you please tell me why you choose? Okay, no, okay. I think we have. I don't know all the correct answers. Let's start with that. I don't know all the correct answers. So for those who chose B or D, let me know why you chose B or D because I can't explicitly find where they left from. You understand? I can't specifically find, but I know that at Mira's place, low key. So Mira just got a job in Montreal. So I feel like she's already at Montreal. You understand? Um, so the only cities that are mentioned here is Calgary, Banff, Ottawa. It can't be Toronto. That's the mentor that she met last year. And you understand? Those are Banff. I'll say let's put a pin on that for now. So in a real life exam situation, if you don't know the let me put my face so you can see this you're spending a few days at Ottawa. I chose D because Edmonton was not mentioned in the party. That's ignore what I said. Ignore what I said. Ottawa is where the aunt stays. Montreal is for Mira, and Banff is only connections factors. So yeah. Me too as well. Ignore my previous statements of Ottawa. You understand? I think it will either be Ottawa, Calgary, or Banff. But I'm not going to stick with that. I'm not going to stick with Calgary or Banff because they mentioned that was when they were taking their parents around because their parents came for India for Mira's graduation. So I'm not going to focus on that Calgary and Banff that is up there. If I'm looking down, Mira is the one in Montreal. You understand? So if we keep looking down, I will just use the place where they said 15 years ago time flies, and I think the answer for that is D. If we're following that inference, because the thing is that we're trying to see where can we even find a relationship with Priya and Daniel, and the only thing I can see here is we all did a debate club usual tourist loop. That just means that that just means that people always Calgary has a lot of nice lakes and Banff has a lot of ice lakes, and so it's really beautiful. So I've been told. I've not been to Banff yet. So I think tourists, like when you come for your daughter's graduation, you get to explore the city. You don't just come for your graduation and go back home. That is what the tourists looking. But that does not mean that Priya lives in Calgary or Banff. You understand? The only relating factor I can see here is Banff. So the reason why the computer told me Edmonton was the correct answer, which I'm ignoring, was that they were like, that's the only realistic time you can be the only realistic place you can be to get there by morning. But let's ignore that. And let's just go with Banff. So let's continue. If you need setting up, okay. So let's just continue from the end of the sentence. That way, if you need setting up, the dash will already have extra hands. What do you think the answer is for number 9? I think this is pretty straightforward. Answer for number 9. Who knows it? B. I don't think we should spend time on that. It's pretty explanatory. That's what we've already established that they're going for a farewell brunch. So what do you need setting up with? It's the party. So let's continue from there. It is Edmonton because that's the only place that's treated with the given information. What information? I'm actually also curious as well because I'm not 100% sure. The computer told me it's Edmonton, but computer can be wrong. So it's Edmonton because that is the only place that is not associated with the given information. Oh, makes sense. That's actually very smart. Adebomi. That's very smart, Adebomi, because we've already eliminated Calgary and Banff because those were just for tourism. Then we said it can't be Toronto because that's where the mentor is, and it doesn't mean that for them to be traveling, they don't live in Montreal. You understand? So it might actually be Edmonton. You drove them to Ottawa where they are spending a few days with Aunt Lata. So Aunt Lata is the one who lives at Ottawa. So if we're using elimination, it might actually be Edmonton. But let's just leave it for now. Let's just leave it for now. Exactly, Arika. We're meant to use the information, but there's nowhere where they mentioned Priya's current location. We're just assuming that because they met 15 years, rather, where was it? Because they met, where is it? 15 years ago, they took a road trip. That does not even mean, so you see, that's also questionable. That does not even mean that Priya lives, that Daniel lives in Banff. They took a road trip with the debate club to Banff. So by elimination, it's not actually Banff. So I think the answer is Edmonton. Yes, the computer said Edmonton, and the answer is Edmonton. Yeah. So number 9, that's super clear. It's a party. They're talking about a party, so it's not a trip or a move or a graduation. So number 10. Thank you very much, Arika. That was brilliant. Thank you for explaining that. So number 10. So you can see that I am not an expert in this. I just understand the structure. I said Edmonton, but the truth was that we had to eliminate. If you're not 100% sure, you're meant to eliminate so you land on the correct answer. So moving on, number 10. For a gift, we first thought about a small. Let's just continue. Finish with instrument. Okay. For a gift, we thought about a small sofa for the new place, but dash. But for this one, before you drop your answer, let's look at the next sentence. Sometimes I advise that all this fill in the gaps, you read the full sentence. But if the full sentence does not pinpoint anything, you understand. Let's continue with the next sentence after that. So we can read that. For a gift, we talked about a small sofa for the new place. They want to gift. What's her name? They want to gift Mira a sofa for a new place in Montreal where she'll be working and she got a new job, but they don't know what to do. So they said, do you have any other ideas? Maybe something practical for the first few weeks. So what did they think of buying for her? We have to use the options. She can't use that for now. It's too big for the apartments. It's too expensive for us. She will prefer a bed. Damilola, why did you choose D? I want to make this interactive. Why did you choose D? Because based on what I've read from this, in the original text, did they talk about any passage? Why did you choose D? Let's let other people understand why you chose D. She'll prefer a bed. Everybody's choosing D. Interesting. So D is she'll prefer a bed. So you're assuming. Arika, you're assuming. Let's look at it again. Let's look at where they mention her accepting the offer and she's moving. She accepted an offer in Montreal. She designs this and that. She's a bit anxious. They paired her with a mentor who moved from Toronto last year. Dad and I are proud. Young living in a new city. Amira's place. Low-key just friends. If you can come, and I'll keep you a seat. But either way, we'll FaceTime before she goes. So even Mira is not even at Montreal yet. Before she goes, it's been so long since Christmas before we saw you. So the computer, the computer is telling me. You guys are funny in the comment section. The computer is telling me B. Computer is telling me B. Now I don't know why it's telling me B. People are saying she can't use that for now. It's too big for the apartment, so expensive for us. She would prefer a bed. Now in these situations where I can't find something practical for the first two weeks, a small sofa. Actually, that the computer is wrong. How does the computer? Guys, let's focus. All your questions are valid. I'm also not just following. I'm not blindly following what the computer said. But if we to look at it, right, she needs a small sofa for the new place. But if the sofa is small, why is it too big for the apartment? You understand? I think you guys might be onto something when they said something practical that she will use every day. But sort of a sofa for the new place. But yeah, I may actually be D. She'll prefer, but she will prefer a bed. Okay. Exactly. If it's too small for the why is it too big? So you understand. If it was the exam situation, go with what is most logical because there is no way it was actually stated. But you understand this thing can happen. These are the moments where you can skip and return to it. You understand? Yeah. So let's move on. Also, does Mira have everything she needs for? What do you think the answer is for dash? I'm thinking winter boots and a good coat, just in case. This one is simple. Does she have everything she needs for number 11? Let me know what your answers are. Number 11, what are your answers? C. That's correct. We know that she's moving to Montreal. Good thing we realized that she's not even moving yet. She's moving to Montreal. And we know that she'll be moving to Montreal, so she will need the winter boots and whatnot for what's it called? For just she'll need the winter boots for her move to Montreal. So everybody's correct. It is C. So the reason why it is not B, Oluwafemi, sorry to put you on the spot. The reason why it is not B is that they are thinking of everyday functionality, not our apartments. So you said because they use that's why I said read the sentence before, read the full sentence and read afterwards because they mentioned winter boots and a good coat. You understand? That is not really functional for an apartment. That is for everyday use. So that's why you see they are quite similar, because she's moving to a new apartment and she's also moving to Montreal. So the answer is C, not B. Yeah. 1 second. So I think we're ready to move to tax 2 real quick. Tax 2 is simple. I will breeze through tax 2 real quickly so we can focus on, tax 3. Yeah, I'm just looking through comments if there's anything else. All right, let's move to tax 2 real quick. We'll spend 5 minutes on tax 2. We'll spend five minutes on tax 2. Let's move quickly. Like I said, this was what the computer gave me. So it actually said Edmonton, and it said it's too big for the apartment. That was the computer's analysis. Why the computer gave me that? Yes, for question 8, we're sticking with Edmonton. Yes. If we look at that scenario, it was elimination. It was elimination. I was also wrong to show you that nobody that would mistake. I was also wrong. They mentioned here. Let me just state this the last time before we move. Calgary and Banff were mentioned, but not for Daniel. They were mentioned as per, that is where not for prayer, rather. That is where Daniel took his parents. They came to Canada from India for Mira's graduation, right? They came to Canada from India for Mira's graduation. But this Calgary and Banff were where their parents visited during the stay. If we also look at here, it is Montreal. The answer cannot be Montreal because Mira is moving to Montreal. She's not yet gone to Montreal. So that's the only thing. The other city that is mentioned here is Toronto. Toronto was for the mentor that Mira is getting at her place of work. So it is not Toronto. Now we come down and we also see Debate Club to Banff. You understand? So you see, after the celebration, we drove them to Ottawa. So this is still Daniel taking his parents out. It took them to Calgary and Banff for touristy activities, and it drove them to Ottawa to spend a few days with Aunt Lata. So Aunt Lata lives at Ottawa, not prayer. You understand? If we come down, Toronto is for the mentor. We now go down again. We see, where is it? We see Banff, the base club to Banff, and that was done 15 years ago. I will have almost gone for Banff, but then again, they mentioned that it was a road trip to Banff. So that means he doesn't live at Banff, but he took a trip together to Banff. So by elimination, the answer is Edmonton. Very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. But yeah, I believe that with this knowledge now, we won't just be too quick to jump at an answer. And this will also what makes reading tough, because all of this is happening when you have such a short time. You understand me? But yeah, things will be better. Things will be better. He said move to Montreal. Yes. So the answer for number 11 is move to Montreal, not the apartments. I don't totally agree with number 10, too big for the apartments. I'm not sure. Let's just move on. So quickly. Option tax 2. Tax 2, we see a table, a schedule, a map, or notice. It's just trying to see if you understand graphics and if you can, translate graphics to text. I wasn't able to get a graphic, but I was able to get like something that we can use to deduce facts and turn them to figures or turn them to information for our answers. You understand me? So honestly, like I said again, tax 2 is still simple holistically. So try your best to get all the error here. I meant, what is tax 2? So what do? We review the visual. We understand the information it carries. So sometimes, just like graphs and pie charts, they may have a legend. So if there's a legend, try to look out for the legend and understand what the legend means. You understand? Let me show you guys my face. Understand what the legend means. So if in case blue means something, red means something, understand the key or the legend. Then also don't ignore units of measurement. If they say 5% of $100, That is what? $20. You see, I also made a mistake in my slides. 5% of $100, not 20%. 5% of $100 is what? Is 5%. Sorry, I did this overnight. So you can see that nobody is prone to mistakes. 5% of $100 is 5%. Don't make a mistake. While 5 centimeters is 50 millimeters. So please understand units of measurement. They will help you. Like me, I was doing this at night and I was thinking of 100 divided by 5. I got the percentage wrong and I got the dollar sign wrong. So it's meant to be 5%. 5% of $100 is what? Is $20. Sorry, it's $5 rather, not 5%, not $20. You get 5% of $100 is $5. So please be careful. Don't let the percentages and the dollar value confuse you. 5 centimeters. If the question says or the passage says 5 centimeters and the option you are seeing them in millimeters, just understand that centimeters make millimeter. Do you understand? Yeah. Now identify exceptions, especially when it comes to notices. Identify the exceptions. There is it exceptions except Thursday? We're open. So if they say if the maybe it's a schedule and they say we're open every day except Thursdays. You understand? Or we're open every day excluding public holidays. You understand? You have to know that, okay, it means that they are open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You understand? So just understand all these exceptions if they appear in your task. Let's move over to task 2. This is really simple, but please, I'm still using the tabular format. Because I couldn't make a beautiful graphic for you guys. But focus on the top left corner. Can everyone understand this? It's a top left corner that says tech ready for workshops. Let me remove my face so you can see the full slide. Yeah. So it says tech ready for workshops, Riverside Community Center. So it's like a schedule of events that is done by a Riverside Community Center. So the first thing to do, like I said, understand the visual. What is it about? So we have smartphone photography, a particular time. So this one is time and date specific. Thursday, September 12th, 6 to 9 p.m. and it's $70. Take home mini tripod plus presets pack. Oh. So there's an error in this thing. So the take home is not a workshop. The take home is underneath the smartphone photography. So under the smartphone photography, the take home is they give you a mini tripod and a presets pack. Under the introduction to Python, they give you starter code files and cheat sheets. So the take homes are not a separate workshop on their own rather. They are just underneath the previous one. So please take note of that. Then under this we have digital security basics. The take home days, you get a hands-on workshop, a practical password and scam check. There's also a promo of so and so 20% discounts, free parking, and you can register on the website and all of that. So it's a schedule of events that is happening at a particular place. So let's look through the question. Now the question is a letter. Somebody is sending a letter to a friend or a family or a colleague. I don't know. And you have to fill in the gaps for reading to apply a diagram. So let's go through this. Are you guys ready for task 2? Let me say yes in the comment section. Say yes in the comment section if you're ready for task 2. Okay, thank you, Arike. Thank you, guys. Good to know you're still hanging out with me. So it's for task 2. Let's read it together. So the subject is midweek workshops this fall to David Park from Anna Ruiz. Now, hi, David. Thanks again for covering my shift yesterday. This is already I already know what is coming with this inference question. I owe you coffee. You said you were interested in joining Dash this fall. So, but like I said, always read, even though the answer is Dash this fall, always read the full sentence so you can get the full idea. So I looked up a program nearby. So you're interested in joining Dash this fall. What do you think the answer to number 1 is? Quick. These ones are simple. Like I said, tax 1 and tax 2, you're getting all the points. That's my goal for you guys. You're getting all the marks in tax 1 and tax 2. What's the answer to that? I'm so sorry if you guys find it small. As I said, please use your full screen mode. I wanted everything to be on the same paragraph. I mean, on the same slide. And because if I put the questions separately and I put the options separately, I will have to be moving back and forth. So I have to put everything on the same slide and manage space. You understand? Everyone is correct. The answer is B. It's actually right in front of you. Like it's just there. Tech workshops is up there at the thing. Now, number 2, they are running 3 sessions, and if you sign up for all of them, you get a discount of dash. Da-da-da-da. What's the answer, guys? What's the answer? Number 2, D. People are making a mistake. Can you see? I said it's happening again. It's happening again. Do you know why it's happening again? It's happening because people are choosing. Someone chose C, right? You might think that it's clear now. Isn't it just right? It's 20% discount. When you see that time counting down, you will do wuru to the answer, as Nigerians say. So someone is saying C, someone is saying D. The answer is D. I know it looks clear, like it's right in front of you, 20% discount. But when you see that time counting down, you might be scrambling, for space and just pick the wrong thing. You are correct if you chose option D. So C says $20 off. But the answer says sign up for all 3 workshops and you get a 20% discount. So like I said, try your best to avoid traps. You understand? Okay, let's continue. The best part is the location, Riverside Community Center. Oh, the dollar sign looks like a percentage. Oh, sorry about that. Does it really? Let me go to full screen mode because I'm not in full screen mode. I think it looks different. But please be careful. They play on everyone's nervousness. Be careful. Not like they look alike, but you know the way your brain works. I talked about the brain earlier. Your brain will pick up so much information at the same time, so you will mistake one for the other. So just precision and accuracy, like I said, precision and accuracy. All right, let's move. I want to move to the tougher questions, which is tax 3 and tax 4. So quickly, what's the true, you have to chat. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I want to make it practical for everybody, so everything has to be on the same page. You understand? Yeah, thank you, Arike. That's good feedback. The fact that you have to reply. You can't be on full screen mode at the same time. Thank you for that. So let's continue. Where are we? We're in question 3, right? The best part is the location. Riverside Community Center, basically around the corner from our office. They charge a small amount between dash per class, and each session is 3 hours long in the evening. So we're looking for you're not seeing clearly. Is anybody else not seeing my screen clearly? Sorry, Damilola. Try reducing your. I'm filming at 720p. Try reducing your network quality in the settings bar to 480 or 240p, so that way you can get it clearly. So people are choosing A and C. Okay, let's look at the what they said. So we have $85, we have $70, we have $65. So 65 is the smallest and 85 is the biggest. So the answer is A, $65 to $85. If digital security basics was not in the options, then we can say, okay, no, not that. If introduction to Python was not in the options, we know that we can say 60 to, we can even say 60 to 70 or 60 to 75. But once you look at the highest value is 85, you have to go between the smallest to the lowest. So the answer is A. So if you chose C, you were wrong. Sorry. I know the digital security basic was underneath, but you have to look at all the three Damilola, please reduce your quality to 240p. That way you'll be able to get the smoothest connection if you're having network issues. Yeah, so let's quickly want to move to tax 3. That's where the tax 3 is where the fire is on. So quickly let's try tax number 4. Number 4 is I'm going to be away in mid-October to visit my parents, but I still want to try the others. Options include things like dash and everything. Can you? I love this. I'm happy this happened to you because wait. Don't answer number 4 yet. Arika, please be careful. Be careful. Even if you are correct, still be careful. I want you to understand something. It's not just about choosing the right answer now. You can be correct now, but I want you to understand the technique that will make you get the right answer not only now but also on your exam day. So see, like I said earlier, you're looking at the full sentence, not partially. Look at the full sentence. So we're starting from um, options include things like dash, and everything is in the dash. So it's a full sentence. Let me know if you're in and already tonight. So we're looking for number 4 and number 5. I think you guys got it per se, yeah. Options include things like C, smartphone photography. What do you think number 5 is? And everything is dash. What do you think number 5 is? And everything is number 5. Everything is in the dash. Yes, we're correct. Maple room. Everything is in the maple room. So there are some times when you don't read the full sentence. You're just answering questions quickly. You realize that the full sentence has a different meaning as opposed to just reading one part of the sentence. So read the full thing. You understand? I think everyone was correct. Number C was A. Number 5 was A. So if you ever have a situation whereby two options are required in the same sentence, please read the full sentence so that you're not like you don't make mistakes. Good job, everyone. So things like number 4. If we look at number 4 options, videography and photography were just there to confuse you if you didn't like pay attention. You saw smartphone and you mistakenly picked B instead of C. Those kind of things happen. So let's move on to tax 3. Okay, no, we're not done with tax 3. We're not done with tax 2 rather. So still the same thing. Now inference question. Let's just do all of them at once. Number 6, what do you think the answer is? Anna and David are they family members? Are they colleagues? Are they business partners? Or are they chefs? Based on what we talked about. But before you pick an answer, wait guys. Okay, people have already started picking. Okay, well you're all correct. From the previous passage, let me go back. From this one, you can see this first thing here. Hi David, thanks again for covering my shift yesterday. That is it. Even if there was no even if you didn't have this, from that information in the previous one, the answer is B. They are colleagues. So let's look at number 7. Anna wants to join dash. Anna wants to join dash. Are you answering number B or are we in number 7 now? Please, if you can put the number moving forward, please let's put the number beside the option you selected so that I can know what you are picking. Yes, thank you. Please put in your number beside because so I can figure out what option you're picking. Anna wants to choose dash. So the answer is B, smartphone, photography, and digital security. That's what Anna wants to choose. Now, number 8. Number 8 is really simple for me, but it might not be simple for you. By around the corner, Anna implies like English vocabulary will teach you that around the corner means closer proximity, right? I want to move to tax 3. But then again, the answer for that for number 8 is obviously right. Is obviously D. The answer for number 8 is obviously D. Cover shapes. What do you mean by that, Osas? The answer for number 8, but I want you guys to know that it might be number 8 might be tougher in some instances because I saw another passage where they were colleagues, right? But they used the word stone throw. And if you didn't mean of stone throw, that stone throw means close proximity, right? You will have chosen maybe they throw stones at the office, stuff like that. So stone throw, around the corner, proximity, close proximity, those are words that they use to confuse people who don't have a strong vocabulary. So just look for those vocabulary and try to understand. See, if you didn't understand maybe you didn't understand the meaning of stone throw, let's look at this together, right? Guys, let's look up at this Anna. Like I said, it's not just answering the right question now, but answering the right question in the exam. So look at this place up where it says, count me in, I'll hit to meet the end of the send-off class. If we leave at 5:59, we'll be early, blah, 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 blah. He says, since the center is around the corner, we won't need transit. Now let's assume that they use stone throw. Let's say they said, since the center is a stone throw away, we won't need new transit. Based on this phrase, we won't need new transit. You can already deduce that, they don't need to go, they don't need to travel. They can easily walk there. That means close to the office, because around the corner is quite simple. It's around the corner, but you can use things like stone throw and other words that you might not be familiar with. So if you don't know the meaning of a particular word, try to read before and after, if that can guide you. Do you guys understand? Let me say yes if you understand and you're ready for tax 3. Tax 3 is like the most requested. Is the most requested. Are you ready for tax 3? Let me say yeah. Say yes, ready for tax 3. Tax 3, I need to go through a lot of details. So please let me know if you're ready for tax 3. I see yes. All right, please, if you are watching and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, probably you are just browsing through, browsing through I said TikTok. Maybe you were browsing through YouTube and you came across my video like, CELPIP, I need CELPIP exam training. Please like and subscribe. I have great videos on my YouTube channel for each category. I also did a live stream 2 weeks ago, I believe, where I taught writing, and I won't be doing a live stream for speaking and writing individually. I feel like you should just subscribe to my channel. You will have all the details and all the information you need. Also, like this video if you are on this chat right now. Before I move to tax 3, like this video so that other people who are browsing and looking for information, YouTube can recommend this live stream to them. So please tap the like button. Let other people to pass the exam. My goal is for you to pass your exam at your next attempt. No more giving CELPIP too much of your money. Write the exam once and finish and be good to go. You understand me? Are you guys are not liking? Please like this video. That's all I ask. Like this video, please. And we move to tax 3. Tax 3 is yeah. I need to go through tax 3 in detail. That's why I rushed through tax 2. Are you liking? Type 1 if you've liked this video, so we can move on. All right. Thank you, Arika. Let's move over to tax 3. I'm not taking any questions now. If you need questions, I will take your questions after, just so we have amen. Adanola's exam is really close. I'm happy she's here again. Damilola, I know you'll do well. I know you'll do well. All right, let's move to the next slide. So these were the answers. Tech workshops, 20%, Maple Strip. People did really well. Like I said, for tax 1 and tax 2, don't give CELPIP any of your points, get everything, clear the table for them. Don't leave any points on the table for tax 1 and tax 2, because tax 3 requires more precision and more detail. So just moving on, let me remove this like and subscribe banner, then we can move on. Just moving on, you have, what is tax 3? You have a longer text. You have a longer text to deal with, and the text contains people's facts, it contains reasons, it contains opinions, it contains example, and your job is to match each statement to the right paragraph. People don't like tax 3 at all because it is so confusing. I was recently teaching someone tax 3, and even I got a bit confused because there were 2 paragraphs that stated the right the thing. So we're like, should we match this for paragraph B or paragraph A? But my hope is that by the course of this video, you will be more guided on how to choose the right the right option. So there's text, there's facts, there's reasons, there's examples, and you're trying to match the statement that you're giving to the right paragraph. So, like I said earlier, task 3 has a lot of. I said there are 3 types of questions in CELPIP reading. There's the general information question, there's the inference question, and there's the specific information question. So this task 3 has a lot, I repeat, a lot of specific information and inference question. So it's making it a bit harder to do it. But I believe that we will all do well in it. We'll all do well in it. Right. So let's move to a strategy. Now, the strategy for this one is a bit different. I want you to read the first sentence because, number one, it's time. Time is our major thing we're dealing with. Time is not on our side at all. We have how many minutes in task 3? We have about, it's loading, we have only, it's not here. Yeah, we don't have so much time in task 3. So we have to like pace ourselves accordingly. Let's just go back quickly. Yeah, we have 10 minutes, a very long passage, and we only have 10 minutes to answer 9 questions in task 3. So we need to like pace ourselves accordingly and do our best to answer all the questions at the right time. So you need a good strategy. You need a good strategy for task 3. And that is my strategy is I skim read, right? So we already established skim reading. You skim read, that's just left, right, left, right. What are they talking about? What is this article about? That is the reason for the skimming. What is this article about? That's for the skimming. Then we've skimmed, okay. Then we now look at the first sentence. I actually just put, because not everybody has that time and convenience to get it in the first passage. So read the first sentence in each passage. The first sentence should guide you on what the passage is about. If you read the first sentence and you still don't quite understand it, read the first and the second in each passage. That should get that, okay, this is about maybe the government. This is about maybe, taxpayers. This is about the schooling system. This is what students think about it. This is what parents think about it. So just read the first 2 passages. Then after that is done, go and read the questions. Reading the question will now be like, oh, this is what I'm looking for. It's very important to read the questions quickly so that you know that, oh, I am looking for this and I'm now trying to match this with that. Do you understand? I'm looking for this particular statement. Where is this mentioned? You understand? And by reading the first and the second sentence, you already have an idea of what this paragraph is about. So now, after you've read the questions, we now come back to the passage and we're looking for keywords. See, if you are reading paragraph A all the way down, finish reading it, then you now be like, okay, what are the questions? My brother, my sisters in the Lord, time has gone. You don't have time again. So by reading the first and second passage, you're like, okay, this is about something. You now move to the questions and like, okay, these are the questions I'm answering today. Let's start mixing and matching and finding them. You understand? Do you understand? If you understand, say A in the comments. Just type A in the comments so I know that you are A-okay and we are ready to continue. Type A in the comments if you understand what I'm saying. All right, perfect. So what is going to happen now is that we're going to move to the question. Please don't get carried away. Use my system. And before I move to the passage, because I know the passage will scare people. Before I move to the passage, it's a long passage, that's for sure. It's a long passage, but also break down these things in paragraph. It is intentional that it is a long passage, but you are working with a strategy. Strategy is very, very important for reading. Very, very important because of the time and how how precise it is. You are looking for the correct answer. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. You're looking for the correct answer. So strategy is very important. So let's move it. So like I said, what is our strategy, guys? We are reading the first and second sentence. We read the first sentence. If we still don't understand it, we read the second sentence. When we read that in each passage, we move to the what? The questions. After reading the question, we now start looking for those questions in the paragraph. Do you understand? Please say yes if we understand our ready for task 3. Let's move to task 3. Please say yes, 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 yes. Let's know. Waiting for your comments. Yes, all right. We're good to go. Perfect. All right. Let's start with. Everybody take a deep breath. The passage is long, but take a deep breath. You can do it. You can do it. It's English language, and we're all good speakers here. You can do it. All right. First of all, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. I'm trying to, manage space and make sure everything is on the same page. So look at it. We can see A to E. We can see A, Damilola, we can see A to E. That's the thing, like I said. So what are we doing, guys? Remember the strategy. We're reading the first sentence in each paragraph. Now let's read the first sentence. In many cities, the rapid use of remote work has changed weekday routines. Now that is not very descriptive. Let's read the second sentence as well. Commuters travel less often, which reduces rush hour congestion and tailpipe emissions on the day they stay home. That's all we're reading. We understand that it's about remote working, commuting, traveling. Don't worry about it. Now let's move to option B. For individual workers, remote arrangements bring a mix of autonomy and strain. Let's read the second sentence since it's not so long. People save commuting time and can plan around family needs. Okay, we're saving time, guys. We only have 10 minutes. So option C, employers are experimenting with hybrid schedules to balance flexibility with collaboration. Honestly, from option C, I already understand the paragraph C. Sorry, from the first sentence, I already understand paragraph C. Let's move on. Guys, trust me. Let's move to option D. Shift in workplace patterns ripple through local economies. Cafes and small retailers near business districts have slower lunchtime trade, while neighborhoods, I'm reading two sentences in paragraph D, while neighborhoods farther from downtown report steadier foot traffic during the week. Guys, are you with me or you're lost? Say I'm here if you're still here. I tried to prep you for the long passage, but say I'm here if you're still here. Are you still with me? Before I move over, remember our strategy now. Just say I'm here if you're still here. You can just say here if you're still here. All right, I'm here. Thank you. So, like I said, the passage should not confuse you. We are attacking this. We are they threw a big passage at us, but we're attacking them. We are attacking them with our strategy. Now we did not read the whole passage. We did not read the whole. We're moving to the questions, right? Now let's move to the questions. The decline in public transport use is most noticeable downtown. Working from home can lengthen the day because boundaries are unclear. Hybrid teams try to be in the office on the same day to improve collaboration. Companies have found that productivity always increases when the staff work remotely. New employers need more time to connect with colleagues without regular in-person contact. Retailers near offices report reduced midday business compared to pre-remote times. Choosing where to live is affected by multiple factors besides work. Some organizations recruit from a wider geographic area than before. Remote work eliminates weekday traffic jams. Like I said again, take a deep breath. Okay, now let's start looking for the answers to these questions. So we can see that paragraph 1 is a background overview most of the time in task 3. Paragraph 1 is a summary of everything. It's just like an introduction about. So based on what we've read so far, we can see that tax 3 is all about. This paragraph rather is all about remote working and seeing how it affects traffic congestion, company and employee productivity, that kind of stuff. And we already know that just from reading the first 2 sentences and reading the questions. Public transportation, remote working, how it affects employers, how it affects the companies and employees' productivity. That is what we know so far. Now we're looking at paragraph 1 now, paragraph A, and we're like, in most cities, rapid use of remote work has changed weekday routines. We now read the rest of the passage, right? When we read the rest of the passage, we're now looking for, when we fully read paragraph A, we will now look for, of all these options, of all these 9 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, of all these 9 options, which of them is aligned with paragraph A? That way we can select multiple answers at the same time. If you understand, please say yes, or no, let's use something else. Please type 3. Type the figure 3 for tax 3 in the comments if you understand my strategy. We've read the first one or first 2 paragraphs for each sentence, for each paragraph. Then we moved to the questions and we read all the statements for the questions. And now we're going back to paragraph A, and we're now looking for all the options, all the questions where the answer is A. That way, we are killing multiple birds with a stone, or however we want to put it, because it's not even 2 birds with 1 stone. We're killing multiple birds with 1 stone. Yeah. So, I'm glad you guys understand. Now we look for that. Now this now requires us to read the full paragraph A. Now we understand that we stopped at this. Many cities, when we are sorry about that. Sorry, if anybody saw the answers, close your eyes and you didn't see it. We complete. Sorry, I need water. Give me a second. I need water. I'll be back with you shortly. But let's just be using that time to be reading the rest of paragraph A. Give me 1 second. Leave you with some, nice acoustic music. So let's all read paragraph A. If you are done with reading paragraph A, say done. If you're done reading paragraph A, say done. You're done. Some people are done. All right. Let me reduce the music that was there before. All right. So we're back. So based on what we've read, let me just quickly read it as well. Commuters travel less often, reducing rush hour congestion and tin line emissions, blah, 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 blah. These gains are uneven. Employees return to the office once twice a week. Traffic can bunch on specific days, creating new peaks instead of eliminating them. Transit agency report that ridership drops as steepest in downtown cores where office often guarantee predictable demand. Okay, now based on this, guys, I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes. Let me set a timer for 2 minutes. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes. I hope it won't take over the screen. Okay, I have 2 minutes. Okay. I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes. Guys, use 2 minutes to deduce, or let's do 1 minute. 2 minutes is too much. Let's do 1 minute. In 1 minute, look out for all the options that have paragraph A. So I'm so sorry that there is no number there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 questions. How many of these options do you think the answer is paragraph A? So we have 1 minute. Let's do 1 minute, and we will review our answers. Oh, it takes away the screen. I'm so sorry. No, it takes away the screen. All right, I'll just keep the timer in mind. We're looking at 60 seconds that started already. So in 1 minute, let's look through all the options and which one is this? Which one of these answers are option A? That way, we're answering multiple questions at the same time. Let's look through it. Don't answer any other option. We're just looking for number one. I mean, which one will be which of these numbers is the answer A? That's what we're looking for. Please don't answer any other one. So I'm saying a common denominator is 1 and 9. All right, the decline in public transportation use is most noticeable downtown. A and D. You can't choose two options. Oluwadamilare, you can't choose two options. It has to be only one option per paragraph. So I apologize for that, but it's the decline in public transportation is number one. The second, working from home is number two. Like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. So which of that is so to answer it all, decline in public transportation is most noticeable downtown. Did they mention that? So for people who chose a number one as A, what keyword did you see that made you choose? Okay, I've seen it already. Transit agencies report that ridership drops as steepest in downtown cores. Brilliant, everyone. Let me give you guys a round of applause. You guys are paying attention. So you can see how they used what's it called? They used paraphrasing. Steepest. So when something is steep, it is dropping, it is reducing. I'm so happy you guys got it. So an applause to everybody who got it correctly. Yeah, well done, guys. That was good. So number one, the answer is A. It is so you are looking for Q. It is very clear because they mentioned it there. Ridership drops as steepest in downtown areas. So steepest is a decline in public transport. Transport use, transit agencies are all the same thing. So people also said number 9, remote work eliminates weekday traffic jams. Where did you see that? People answered, can you give me the keyword or the part where you felt that number 9? Thank you, Arika. The part where you felt like why you chose A for number 9. What keyword or what phrase did you see that made you choose number 9? Remote work eliminates weekday traffic jams. I'm sorry, but for now, even though you might be correct, for now, I will not choose, based on what I can see, I will not choose A for number 9. For now. The answer might be A, but not I wouldn't choose that. The reason why I said I won't choose that because we have to be careful of the verbs. The option said, yes, I understand that. The option said eliminates. So I can categorically tell you, unless I'm wrong, but there's a high chance that the answer to number 9 is not A, and I'll tell you why. So look at this here. If we look back at paragraph A, they mentioned that it creates new peaks instead of eliminating them, and if the part that confuses you is they said it reduces. It reduces rush hour congestion. It doesn't say it erases. Eliminates is to totally remove something. Do you understand? While reduce is a partial reduction. Eliminate is that it's gone, like the traffic jams are totally gone. So it might still be correct, but it is not precise. So for now, I will leave it at that. You understand? Let's move to, I will leave number 9 blank for now. Let's move to option B. Let's read the rest of option B. What other parts do you think? Because now, see anything. I also forgot to mention. Let's take a pause and let me put my face back up here. Yeah, I want to mention something. Sorry to take the screen. I want to mention something. Topic sentences, guys. topic sentences. Why the reason why we read the first sentence and the second sentence, it was very calculated. We're trying to save time. Topic sentences. We read let me go back here. We read okay, it's too small. Let's come back here. Okay. We read paragraph A, right? And we read the first sentence. Cities, commuters travel less often. So the reason why I'm mentioning topic sentences is because of option B, right? Or rather paragraph B. For individual workers, remote arrangement. So we're trying to pick out the theme of the paragraph, like the topic of that paragraph really quickly so that it can guide us on what the answer could be. So by reading like one sentence or two sentences in task 3, you already have a figure that, oh, in this sentence, so like the reason why, like let me tell you something, guys. The reason why in paragraph C I said let's only read the first paragraph and we're good is that it is employers. Whatever comes, like look at it quickly, whatever comes in paragraph C has to do with employers. If you look at the second sentence in paragraph C, many firms ask that staff, so that's employers, companies that previously recruited, employers. No, Arika, the answer is, I'm not saying the answer is not A. I'm saying for now, with the information we have, the answer is not yet A because it's saying that it has changed the way, but it has not totally eliminated it. You understand? Where did you see that phrase, Arika? Remote work has changed weekday routines. Where? Yeah, it has changed, but changed is not eliminate. Eliminate is erase, remove, totally ignore. You understand? Eliminate and change is not the same thing. So, like that one, steep and decline were the same thing. You understand? So let's continue, please. So for individual workers, so let's, as everybody read the second paragraph, what's it called? Option paragraph B. Has everyone read the second paragraph? Okay, let's read it together. People save commuting time and can plan around family needs. However, some reports isolation. So comma should have been here. However, some reports isolation and blurry boundaries that extend the work day. Managers say output is fine for routine tasks, but mentoring and onboarding suffer when teams rarely share physical space. New hires in particular take longer to form relationship and learn informal norms. Osas, please hold on. Let's make it a learning opportunity for everybody. So what do you think the answer is for for paragraph B? Where can we find these answers? Osas has spoiled things for everyone, but it's fine. I'm not saying it's correct, but what do you think the answer is? Osas, please hold on so that other people can share at the same time. Now, you guys can drop your answers if you find it. Exactly. That's very clear. That's very clear. Pike story. That's very clear. Who else? Who has read paragraph option B? Sorry, I keep mixing them up. Who has read paragraph B? So somebody says 2 and 5. Okay, 2 and 5. Which other parts? Talking about individual. So the thing why I said topic sentences are important is that topic sentence will guide you because we're not looking for the same exact answer that was in the passage. It is because we understand what it means. Because from the first paragraph, we're talking about employees, individuals, this and that. We know that this one is a more personal experience. Do you guys understand? Yeah. So let's look at that. Companies, five. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. New employees need more time to connect. That's correct. Perfect. So just for people, for those who are still not getting it, let me show you where we found the answers. Working from home can lengthen the day because boundaries are unclear. We can find that in what's it called? However, some reports isolation and blurry boundaries that extend the workday. That's the answer there. Now, for number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New employees may need more time to connect with colleagues without regular in-person contacts. I think that place is very clear. New hires, in particular, take longer to form relationships and learn informal norms. That's very good, guys. Very, very good. Let's move to option 3. This will give you guys applause. Let's move to option. Let's look to paragraph C. Let me remove my face so you can see the full thing. Now you can see now that former one was about the workers. That was like topic sentence. The first one was general overview. Paragraph A, general overview. Paragraph B was on the employees. Now paragraph C is on employer. That's why I was like, we can read one sentence and we know what it's about. So let's continue. Let's quickly read paragraph C. Let me know when we're done reading paragraph C. Please don't answer yet. Let's make it a learning opportunity for everybody. Please don't answer yet. Yes, perfect. Arika, new hires, new employees. That was where the answer was. So let's read paragraph C. Let's read it together. Many firms ask that staff to coordinate in-office days within a team so that meetings and workshops happen when everyone is present. Companies that previously recruited locally now tap wider talent pools across regions, which help fill specialized roles. So leaders emphasize that fully remote systems are not a cure-all. They require thoughtful processes, clear communication, and investment in digital tools. Okay. To balance flexibility with collaboration, many firms ask staff to coordinate in-office days with a team so that meetings and workshops happen and when everyone is present. Companies that previously recruited locally now tap wider talent pools across regions, which help fill specialized roles. Interesting. Still, leaders emphasize that fully remote startups are not a cure-all. They require thoughtful processes, clear communication, and investment in digital tools. All right. So let's look at the options now. Let's look at the options really quickly. What do you think it is? I found one. I need one more person. Perfect. So we're saying 3 and 8. So number 8 is very clear. Some organizations recruit from a wider geographic area than before. The answer was there when they said something about specialized roles. Companies that previously recruited locally now tap wider talent pools, you understand, across regions, which helps fill specialized roles. That's very good. Now let's look at number 3. Hybrid teams try to be in office on the same day to improve collaboration. I think, yeah, that was mentioned. Many staff. Okay, employers are experimenting with hybrid schedules to balance flexibility and collaboration. Yeah, I think that's where the answer is. So 3 and 8. 4, let's look at 4. Companies have found that productivity always increases when staff work remotely. Not quite. It was mentioned, productivity was mentioned, remote work was mentioned, but it didn't say that there is better productivity or there is a productivity increase when people work remotely. Let's be careful. I don't think number 4 is C. I'm not sure. I don't think it's C. So they mentioned hybrid schedules. Let's just look through it. They mentioned collaboration and flexibility. They mentioned that they want everybody to have the same in-office days so that everybody works together and there's collaboration for meetings and workshops. They mentioned recruiting locally from a wide from local recruitment to wide recruitment so that they can fill specialized roles. No, I would say no. For number 4. Adebomi, I would say no for number 4. I don't think number 4 is C. But good job, everyone. 3 and 8 is correct. Let's give you guys a round of applause. All right. Let's move to now option D. Shifts. Now let's quickly look at option D. So based on everything, who can tell me the options we've not yet answered? Can you put that in the chat? The options, the numbers we've not yet answered. I know we've answered number 1, we've answered number 8 and 9, number 3 and number 5. So 1, 3, 5, and 8, if I'm correct. Just so I'm not moving astray. 1, 3, 5. right? So who knows? Please, can someone type it down? All the questions we've answered. I know we've answered number 1. We've answered number. I'm coming, Adebomi, please. I want to figure something out. We've answered number 1. We've answered number 3. We've answered number 5. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I'll say 1, 3, 5, 8, and 9. 1, 3, 5, 8, and 9. Thank you, Anolua, and thank you, Anolua. We've answered 1, 3, 5. So we are missing how many numbers? 3, 6. I'm missing 3 numbers right now. Thank you, Osas. All right. So Adebomi, you said this. Adebomi's question says this phrase: leaders emphasize that fully remote startups, that fully remote setups. So if we look at that, right, leaders emphasize that fully remote startups. Where is that? Is that in option C? No. Please. This is another thing I mentioned in tax 2. Please read a full sentence. Gain the idea. Thank you so much, Arika and Damilola. Gain the idea from the full sentence. The full sentence. So they just said that leaders emphasize that fully remote setups are not a cure-all. Are not, meaning that they are stating that a fully remote working system does not change everything, does not cure everything. You get what I mean? So that is not correct. I'm just going to put this there. Thank you, Ano Luakwa Kelere. Just so I know the questions we've not answered. No, look at it. Sorry, I moved to the next slide mistakenly. Okay, let's continue. So we've answered 6 questions, remaining 3 rather. So let's move to option D. Shift in workplace ripple through local economies, right? Cafes and small retailers near business districts have seen slower lunchtime trade, with neighborhoods farther. Okay, let's be careful here. Shifts in workplace patterns ripple through local economies. Cafes and small retailers near business districts have seen slower lunchtime trade, while neighborhoods farther from downtown report steadier foot traffic during the week. Okay. Some renters reconsider proximity to city centers when daily commuting is no longer mandatory. But housing, what is going on? 1 second. The slide thing is covering my thing, so I can't read it. But housing something depends on more work done, including. Let me know if you can hear me. Thank you, Arika. Please, can you hear me? Before I realize I'm talking to myself. Okay, 4 to go. Thank you, Affair. Thank you, guys. So just reading that again. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's read that again quickly. Cafes and small retailers near business districts have seen slower lunchtime trade, while neighborhoods farther from downtown report steadier foot traffic during the week. Some renters reconsider proximity to city centers when daily commuting is no longer mandatory, but housing decisions depend on more than work alone, including schools, transit access, and community ties. Now, I have a feeling that I may be wrong, but I have a feeling that what's it called? The other one that was downtown that we didn't answer before might be it. All right. So from option D, what do you think where do you think we can place option paragraph D in these options? Ooh. 6 and 7. Okay, let me look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Choosing where to live. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's correct. At least I'm sure of number 6. They mentioned retailers. Yeah, small retailers near business district now see. I've seen slower lunchtime trade. Yeah, yeah. That the traffic congestion is affecting retailers near offices because they are working at home, so they're not more going to the restaurant to buy things. So number 6 is what's it called? Number 6 is D. That's correct. Now let's see. People are saying number 7 as well. Choosing where to live is affected by multiple factors besides work. Where did they mention that? Some renters consider proximity to city centers when daily commuting is no longer mandatory, but housing decisions depend on more than work alone. True, true. That's the way the answer is. Housing decisions depend on more than work alone. So, guys, well done, well done, well done. So, the rest should be E. So let me just get my notepad just so I can see how many we actually got correctly when I move to the answer sheets. So who is with me? Who is with me? Say yes in the comments. I have no paper beside me. I have to use, yeah, make do with what I have. All right. So, okay, thank you, Arika. So can everybody tell me, let's do a quick recap. For number 1, what was our answer? For number 1, what was our answer? For number 1, what was our answer? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, put 7, 8, 9. For number 1, our answer was A. That's good. For number 2, what was our answer? Number 2, working from home can lengthen the day. Number 2, what was our answer? Please put the figure beside so that I don't mix it up, please. Thank you, guys. What was our answer for number 2? Working from home can lengthen the day. I think that was B. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was B. Thank you. Number 3, hybrid teams try to be on the same office. Try to improve collaboration. Yeah, that was C. I'm sure number 3 was C. Number 4, thank you, guys. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Companies have found that productivity always improves when staff work remotely. So number C, we don't have an option for number C. For number 3, did we choose C for number 3? No, we don't have an option for number C. Number 3. Oh, I'm mixing things up. Sorry, yeah, number 3 is C. Number 4, it was not given. Yeah, number 4 is E. Number 5, guys. Number 5, new employees may need more time in contacts. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, number 3 is C. Thank you. I got them confused. Number 4 is E. Thank you. Number 5 is what? Just writing them down before we move to the next page. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New employees need more time to connect with employees. Number 5, guys. I think number 5 should be C. Or is it B? Okay, new hires. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Number 5 is B. Number 6, retailers. I think that is D. Number 6 should be D. Number 7. Number 7 is D as well. Right? Number 7 is D as well. So what's number 8? Recruit from a wider geographic area. I think number 8 is C. And number 9, remote work element. Oh, we haven't. Oh, number 9 was also A, right? Number 9 was A. 7 is D. 8. I'm not waiting for your feedback. 8 is C, and 9 is A. Right? Confirm 8 and 9. 8 was C, yeah, correct. And 9 was A because I remember that we chose A for 1 and number 9. Yeah, thank you, guys. So you can see with this strategy, we didn't have to be going back and forth, going back and forth. Sometimes you will need to clarify, like what happened with that decline and elimination parts. Remote work eliminates weekday traffic. So it was actually reduced, not a total elimination. You understand? Wait, though, did we choose A as number 9? Guys, did we choose number 9 as A? Oh, okay. Let's just look at again. Remote work eliminates weekday traffic jams. I think the answer is A. But if we're being honest, I think the answer is actually E. But let's just look at it one more time real quickly. It says that in many cities, change weekday routes, people travel less often, which reduces rush hour congestion. You understand? And tail line emissions when they stay home. Yeah, the gains are uneven. When employees return to the office often twice a day, traffic can bunch on specific days, creating new peaks of eliminating them. Ridership drops in steep towns. Okay. Yeah. I have a feeling that the computer will say the answer is A, but um, I would say E. 3 and 8 is C. Yeah, that's correct. Oluwadamilare. 3 and 8 is C. All right, we've been streaming for 2 hours. Woo! It's not easy. Thank you guys for sticking around. Please feel free to use the super chats. If you can send a super sticker or super chat, there's a dollar bill just by the chat icon. I've been seated here for 2 hours teaching, and it's not easy. So whatever you could do, totally optional, especially if you can afford it. Totally optional. Super chats. It does help. Trust me, it does help. I set up some lights, set up some cameras, did a lot of things to put this thing together. I'm paying for the platform I'm using to stream to you guys just so it can be smooth and there'll be no issues like last time. If you were in the last stream, you know that we had a lot of issues. So totally optional. By the place where you see you type in your comments, there is a dollar bill, so you can feel free to give. I'm thinking of getting new lights so that my videos look better. It's not easy sitting down to teach for so long. So the list, if you have it, you could drop a super chat or super sticker. Depending on your location, it might be as low as $1 or $2. I don't know what the naira equivalent is. Just shows some support. Yeah, I could be cooking, I could be writing, I could be sleeping, but I've decided to help people pass their CELPIP exam so that 2026 we see you in Canada. All right. Let's continue. I think we should take a 5 minutes break. What do you guys think? Or a 2 minutes break? I'm parched. Or should we move to before we move to let's look at the answers, then we'll move. All right, we are correct, 100% correct. If you chose E as number 9, um, the computer said the answer was A. If you chose D as your number 9, I, you are logically still correct, but let's just congratulations. That was tough. So I do want to take questions now, so I can get all my questions now. Adebomi, I don't understand what you mean. Instead of eliminating them. Okay, we'll take a 2 minute break. I'll take a 2 minutes break. Um, I'm hungry, guys. I'm hungry. But you can see, but if are people here? I'm not seeing anything in the comment section. Please signify you're here. Say here if you're here in the comments. Please, I have 25 people on this stream, so please let me know if you're still here or you've not run away. That topic is still hard and you've run away. I want to just share something before we move. Okay. Yeah, it's not easy. Like I didn't tell anyone after my stream last 2 weeks on writing. I just went to bed. I didn't eat. I didn't do anything. I was having serious headache. I'm like, I'm not streaming again. But some people were like, please, I have exams. Some people have had the exams on the Damilola, when is your exam? 29th? I think Damilola is either 28th or 29th. So people really needed help with reading because generally the consensus has been that reading is usually your lowest score. Writing has 2 tasks. 29th, all the best, man. This guy is not Adelekon is not here. I hope you watch the replay. All right, 29th. Arika is also 29th. We have Arika stating that our exam is on the 29th. For full context, I'm streaming on the 22nd. For those who are replaying, I'm streaming on the 22nd, and we have also Damilola on the 29th. What about reading? What happened to reading? Reading has 4 tasks, and we're doing reading right now. I don't understand your question, Osaz. If you clarify your question, I'm actually not going to take questions. I don't take questions at the end, but yeah. So there are 2 tasks in writing. I did them. My live stream was on task 2 of writing, which is building an argument. I can't remember what they call it. Writing is responding to a survey question, and task 1 is writing an email. Honestly, for the 25 of you that are here, honestly, you don't need anything more. Like, don't watch 100 videos. That my video on writing. I'm not coming from a place of I'm so bad, I'm so good at writing. But not my stream. The stream was only on task. So my video on writing on my YouTube channel, when I finished that video as well, I was like, if people can just follow these instructions, you are good to go. Like, if you can just follow those instructions, like, see so many testimonies on my YouTube channel. Like, until I go there and I'm like, wow, I'm so happy that people are just, are getting better. Oh my God, thank you so much, Anu Oluwapo. Shout out to you, Anu Oluwapo. I really appreciate it. It's not easy, trust me. It's not easy, trust me. My back is paining me. I've not had anything all day. I've only munched on chips. I really appreciate it, Anu Oluwapo. I do not take it from granted. When you're a small creator, the benefits are really minuscule. You're just doing it for passion. But the thing is that from the week I took my exam and the results came out, everybody has been asking me, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? So I was just like, you know what? Let me just make YouTube videos about. I never intended that the videos would go viral. My speaking video is almost at 10K views right now. I truly appreciate you guys for that. I truly appreciate it. Like, it's not easy at all. Like, it's not like because after shooting the videos, you still have to edit them. You still have to, hope that people see them, make thumbnails for them, and you're left with nothing unless you have 4,000 hours of watch time and all of that. So I truly appreciate this. Oh my God, Osaz, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, Osaz. Okay. I'll just grab a bit more water. I was hoping somebody would ask some questions, but I don't get any questions at the moment. 26 people have joined this live stream. So, like I said, guys, I don't mean to toot my horn, because I won't do a live stream on speaking, or listening. But for speaking, please just watch that. You can watch it like maybe 2 or 3 days to your exam. Just watch that video on speaking again. Like, just even if you are worried that, oh, what's this guy saying? Just go in the comment and see the testimonies underneath that speaking video. Same with writing. People were like, wow, the areas of life, they never thought about it before. That is just a good way to do things. Thank you guys so much. So just watch those 2 videos and you'll be good to go. Yeah. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Don't stop. Keep it coming. I really appreciate it. So let's move. Are you guys ready for task 4? Just say ready in the comment section and we begin with task 4. Just say ready in the comment section and we begin with task 4. Ready. I need at least 3. I need one more person to say they're ready. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay. Let's move on to task 4. Honestly, I feel like task 4 is easier than task 3. Task 3 is the main one. Like, so, but you guys, before we move on to task 4, don't you think you will save so much time following my strategy, reading the first 1 or 2 sentences in each paragraph? then reading the questions, and multi-selecting options at the same time. Don't you think it will save you so much time? What do you guys think about the time management hack? Don't you think it will save you time? I feel it will save you so much time, because the thing is that if you look at this one, the decline in public transport use, you now start reading A to D, looking for it. You understand? You go back to working from home. You now start reading, looking for it. Time has gone. When you read a paragraph and understand that paragraph, and you just multi-select at once, like for look at option D. 6 and 7 were option D. So that would just save you so much time. Okay, I didn't get anybody saying it helped them. So apparently my strategy does not save you time. Okay, continue. I'm kidding. Okay, yeah, but that's the truth. The truth is that it's tax 3 is hard. Like I'll be honest with you, tax 3 is hard. Like, don't let anybody deceive you. I don't know the question you will get on the exam day, but tax 3 is hard. You will most likely lose your most points in tax 3. But when you first of all ignore, like I said earlier at the beginning, ignore all the 5 paragraphs you are saying. Just focus on one paragraph at a time. You understand? It saves you time. It really does save you time. Arika says it does. It does save time. All right, let's move to reading task 4. So what is reading task 4? Reading task 4 is reading for viewpoints. Anoloa, you are welcome. It says reading task 4 is reading for viewpoints, right? So what are we doing in task 4? We have an article that we are reading for. So in the article, you can hear Mr. David, you can hear Mrs. Stephanie, you can hear Mrs. You can hear the federal government, you can hear CNN says that something. So you're trying to note each individual, each agency, each speaker. You're trying to note what they represent. Do you understand? Because don't mistake, oh, Sam, you are welcome. You've missed, though. You've missed. But don't worry, the replay will be available on my channel. It will be available on my channel. We've been streaming for over 2 hours. It is very, like, you can ask people who are here. Even me, I didn't expect to give so much today. But I'm really happy that I can put this up on my channel. And people who, because honestly, reading is one of the toughest, so it seems. But Sam, you are welcome. Glad to have you. Thank you for joining. You can watch the replay, but we just finished reading tax 3. We're now moving to reading tax 4, and we're doing a practical session that will help you. Like I said earlier, guys, it's not just about oh, I was able to find the answer. It's about the strategy, because this my article on tax 3 was about traffic congestion and remote working. Your own article might be about hopefully not, might be about thermodynamics, or might be about psychology, might be about filmmaking, might be about plastic recycling, it might be about immigrating to Canada, it might be about anything. But once you understand that, okay, we are looking for the topic center, what does this paragraph represent? By reading the first 2 paragraphs, you will get it. You understand? So Sam, welcome. What's Wales? Osaz, what's Wales? I don't understand though. All right. Thank you for that feedback, Damilola. So in tax 4, you get 1 article. You also get like another comment with blanks. So you have to fill in the blanks in tax 4. But one thing I want you to know, just like we said in tax 3, that the topic sentence, for example, look at that paragraph. Let's go back a bit. Look at this paragraph on paragraph C. Look at this. This was all about employers. So you could see employers are experimenting, many firms this, companies this, all about employers. If you look at paragraph B, individual workers, people are stating this. It's how does this remote working and traffic congestion, how does it affect individual workers? So for tax 3, topic sentence, but for tax 4, it is individual viewpoints. So each paragraph has a viewpoint. So if it is Mr. Sam or Mrs. Anoluakpo or Mrs. Josephine, whatever the name is, that person will have a different viewpoint. Maybe she believes that, let's use a random example, blue is is the best color to exist, while Mr. Sam says red is the best color to exist. Every person has a different viewpoint. Now, the part where it is technical is that try your best not to mistake one person's viewpoint for another person's viewpoint. That is when you make the wrong error. And try your best to understand where they are coming from. Once you know that, oh, this one talks about this person is for this, you will be good. You understand me? You understand? Okay. Now let's continue. Sorry, I want to take a video for Instagram. Just a quick one. Nobody's face is showing. It's only my face that is showing. So no need to worry. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me quickly before we continue to task 4? I'm done with the video. Sorry. Okay, Osas. Please, it's very important. I don't want to be talking to myself. That would just be weird if I've been talking to myself all along. Okay. Thank you, Angie. Thank you. You guys can hear me. Perfect. All right. So, like I was saying, so you are like each part, just like we gave task 3, each paragraph has a topic sentence which you can use to represent the entire questions. For task 4, the strategy is the same, but this time each paragraph has a different viewpoint. So we're looking for name, we're looking for institutions. Is it who gave this? Is it the World Health Organization? Is it the Public Affairs Service? Is it the Ministry of Agriculture? We're looking for each institution, each name, if it's Mr. Blue, Mr. Red, whatever it is, and what is their own opinion? What do they stand for? People don't have the same standpoint. Also, some sentences might be like, okay, the government wants to do this. Another paragraph, the taxpayer wants to do this. Another paragraph, students want to do this, because it is various viewpoints, various opinions. So it is your job to try to match each person's opinion to the right organization or to the right person. Do we understand? Please type yes if you're understanding what I have said. Please type yes if you understand so we can move to task 4. Perfect. Thank you so much, Owo. I'm so sorry. Osas says yes, he's ready for task 4. I know Luakbo is ready for task 4. Faith Akinyemi is ready for task. I'm so sorry I've not been interacting with you guys. But Faith is ready for task. Also focused on teaching. Who else is ready? Arika is ready for task 4. Sam is ready. Timidayo is ready for task 4. All right, guys. Like I said earlier, for task 3, take a deep breath. Don't let the long passage make you lose balance. But we're attacking things paragraph by paragraph. Very important. Also for writing, you attack your writing tasks paragraph by paragraph. All right, let's go 2 tax 4. Boom! A very big and long passage. Now, like I said, take a deep breath. This passage has a topic, a new chapter for what? Public library. So we're using almost the same strategy, guys, almost the same strategy. We're reading the first sentence in each paragraph. So let's begin. For a decade, Hannah Lee, chief librarian, that's a name. Hannah Lee, chief librarian at Oakbridge Public Library, has argued that libraries are community learning labs. Please turn your screen to full screen mode. I wanted the questions and the passage to be on the same screen, so I had to reduce the font. Okay, let's continue. For a decade, Anna Lee. The music is a bit loud. Is there a music? Please let me check. There's no music. Fessi Media, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you. Is there music? I can't see any music. Oh, please. Does anyone have issues with the sound? Okay, first media, please check. I put an acoustic sound before, but I had cancelled it. All right, well, good. First, please, maybe you should opt out and come back in. Good to see you though. You were on the last live stream. Um, a new chapter for public library. So, like I was saying, we read the first perfect audio. Okay, thank you. For a decade, Hannah Lee, chief librarian at Oakbridge Public Library, has argued that libraries are community learning labs. People still borrow books, she says, but they also come to record podcasts, prototype products, or learn English. Let's stop there. We now move to paragraph 2. I understand the paragraph is not very clear like the previous one, but it is not labeled like tax 3 because you have to label it as for A, B, C, D. You understand? So we're moving to the second paragraph that starts with not everyone is confused. Is no sound. Please type yes if you have sound and type no if you don't have sound before I continue. Okay, Ruka, no sound. Please type yes if you have sound and no if you don't have sound. Everything looks good on my end. Please don't feel free to opt out and come back in if you. Most people have good sound. Sam, what's going on? It might be your net. I'm checking on YouTube Studio and my connection is excellent. So please opt out and come back in. I'm still reviewing. I'm stalling. Please opt out and come back in, and we'll be good. We're just reading the. Wait. First of all, let's clarify. Is there music? I've switched off every music. What music is playing? No sound. Okay. Okay. Now let's do that again. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Yes, if you can hear me. No, if you can't hear me. Everybody says it's fine. I think I will continue. Okay, okay. Please, if you're having issues, please opt out and opt and come back in. Everybody says they can hear me and the audio is clear. Okay, we will continue. All right. So, like I said, we just read the first paragraph. So, most likely, in most situations, the first paragraph is a what's it called? The first paragraph is mostly like background information. Thankfully, they give us a topic. You understand? They give us a topic that this is about public library. So we read the first paragraph, right? Let's move to the second paragraph quickly. Not everyone is convinced. Councillor Rivera supports libraries but worries about rising equipment costs. Let's stop at that. I think we understand what is going about. He supports libraries, but is worried about the cost. So we're using our knowledge of topic sentences, like the first or second sentence, the first sentence alone, or the first and second sentence should give you an idea of what this topic, what the paragraph is about. Let's move on to the next one. Another name. So let's take note of the name. In the first paragraph, we had who? We had Hannah Lee. In the second paragraph, we had who? We had Councillor Rivera. In the third paragraph, we have a new name. Can you see how it can get confusing? Dev Patel. Let's continue. Dev Patel, a tech educator who volunteers at the library, sees marker spaces as career bridges. So that's not very clear. Let's continue. Teens who try a CAD class. CAD, I think CAD stands for automation, some computer automation dynamics, something like that. Not Canadian dollars. Teens who try a CAD class here sometimes enroll in college programs. Okay, let's also understand that Dev Patel is an educator, so he's seeing a library as a marker space on career bridges. Don't be confused by the big English. What we understand from that paragraph is that Dev Patel sees libraries as a stepping stone to career progression. Simple. Now we move on to, let me remove my face. Move on to parents. Now a parent, Miracle, another name, another viewpoint. Miracle. Yes. I knew I was blocking the view. That's why I removed it before we get to the last paragraph. That means you are fast, oh Arika, you are fast. Okay. Parents, Miracle praises the library for quiet study rooms and story time. My kids discovered reading here, she says, but I also need reliable Wi-Fi to apply for jobs. Let's stop it right there. That's a parent. She's using the library for the quiet study rooms and study times. Her kids have discovered the love for reading. So what are we doing? We're not really skimming, if I'm being honest. I didn't skim. I should have skimmed, but I didn't skim. I was just trying to pick out what each person's opinions represent. Do you guys understand? Please type yes before we go to the last paragraph. Type yes if you understand me before we go to the last paragraph. My, oh my, angel of my life. So that's something that's been stuck in my head. Thank you for yes. So lastly, we have another person. Finally, another name, Andre Fox, who studies information access, says libraries are uniquely positioned to narrow the digital divide, unlike private tutoring centers. Okay. So one thing I also want to mention is that when they give two names, like a first name and a last name, sometimes they will now, when they are to repeat that person's again, they will now repeat with only the last name or most likely the first name or the last name. So just don't be confused. If you see Andre Fox, then later you now see Fox is the same person. If you see Anna Lee, you now later see Lee is the same person. So now let's look at our questions real quick. We read one paragraph, one sentence, two sentences for each paragraph. So the thing is, you might be asking, when do I know if one sentence is enough or when two sentences is enough? If you read this first sentence and you still don't understand, if you read the first sentence and you still don't understand what the paragraph is about, read the second sentence. If you read the second sentence and you don't understand, move on to the next paragraph. We're trying to save time. Understand? So let's move to the questions. Whose opinion is most similar to Fox's? Guys, where do we find Fox? Fox was in which paragraph? Fox was in the last paragraph, right? So we have to find out what is Fox's opinion and who else is similar to Fox. So let's read, before we answer the question, nobody should answer yet, please. Before we answer, let's read the last paragraph in full so we can understand the full opinion of who? Of Andre Fox. So we said that he says libraries are uniquely positioned to narrow the digital divide. Unlike private tutoring centers, libraries are free at the point of use and trusted by seniors and newcomers. When governments fund basic digital help, how to book basic digital help, which includes, it's like a list, how to book a doctor's appointments online. for instance, we see measurable health and employment benefits. That's a bit confusing. It's not very clear, but I think Andre Fox is for libraries. It says it helps to narrow digital divide and that seniors and newcomers um, trust the library than a digital or a private tutoring center. So based on that, I'm going to give you 1 minute. What do you think the answer is? So whose opinion is closer to Fox's? I didn't read the options, but look at the options as well. Patel because it focuses on workforce skills. Carr because she emphasizes family spaces. Rivera because it's responsible for equipment. Lee because she highlights inclusive community services. So what do you think the answer is? So we have Faith. Faith says the answer is D. Arika says the answer is D. Who else? We have 25 people on this call. More people. I'm not saying they are correct. I didn't say they are correct, though. They might be wrong. So Anu Luakwa says D. Mary Daniel says D. So where is the correct answer? Before we say whether they are wrong or right, we have to look for the phrase. So we understand that Sam says A. Okay. So we understand that the major thing about the major viewpoint or opinion of Andre Fox is he mentioned that it provides support for newcomers. I think that's where the thing is. He mentioned digital divide, but the reason why I believe A is not correct is that Patel is also for career advancements, but he's focused on newcomers as well. So we can see in Annalie, where is that? It says our marker spaces, blah 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 blah. Let the library offer after hours newcomer support. It's closely related. So Sam, you are in the right track, but just be careful. Patel says that. So Sam, I'm highlighting your option not because you are wrong, but because I want you. Like I said, I'm not trying to grade you or anything. We're just trying to understand the traps in this exam. So A is close, but it's not the answer. Patel states that it can help to bridge the gap. You understand? People come to the library and they're later like, because I'm reading so much, let me enroll in college. College is very optional for North Americans, so they can choose after secondary school to do their own thing. But when they go and develop the art of reading, they can, position themselves in college. But let me take your comments off. But Andre is of the opinion that it helps seniors and newcomers, which is also what Lee said, because it provides after support for people who are maybe people who don't know English, but are living in a country or city that speaks a lot of English. So the answer is D. So number 2, according to Lee, what is an additional advantage of the modern library? So that means you have to understand her main points, then the supporting arguments for it. What do you think the answer for number 2 is? Please put the number beside it so I can know. Put the number beside it, please. Put number 2, full stop, whatever you say it is. So I know Luapo says C. Abesola says C as well. Faith Akinyemi says C. All right, let's look through it real quick. We can read what's the option C? Provide newcomer support through partnerships. Okay. Okay. This is not the answer to the question. I mean, this is not, but it's also important to know what her main point was. Her main point was that the library is a community learning lab. You understand? It's a community learning lab. People come there to learn, either to record podcasts. They come there to learn, but they also come there to record podcasts, to prototype products, or to learn English. Now, the additional thing is that they also offer newcomer support. For people who are new in the country, or so the answer is C. All right, let's continue. We can reasonably conclude that Patel believes, this is even right in front of you, marker spaces. So we just go back to Dev Patel. What is the answer for number 3? Patel, what does he believe? For number 3, please. Arika says C. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Okay, we have a lot of C's in the comments. Faith says C's, and Oluwapo C, and Osaz also says C. All right. Yes, so the answer is C, but it's not just like I said, not just about the answers. Where did you find the answer? Because you need to know about that. So the option says it can steer things um towards future study or careers. And they might use a lot of mannerisms. So let's assume, let me switch back here. Let's assume that you never saw marker spaces that directed you to right to where the answer was. Let's assume all we needed to do was understand the paragraph. Do you guys guess why I was reading the first and second sentence of each paragraph? To understand the topic of each person. Like I said earlier, each person has a different viewpoint, slightly related in some parts, but they are different. So good job, everyone. Everybody got it. So the answer was C. So steer things towards future study or careers, but the option said it's what a career bridge, helping them, enroll in college, change their trajectory. Training is critical. You can see that we didn't read the entire paragraph. Can you guys see? We didn't read the entire paragraph, but we already understood what Dev Patel's viewpoint was. I said Dev Patel. Yeah, Dev Patel viewpoint was. All right. Dev Patel is an actor. That's interesting that the name is Dev Patel. Okay. Now, number 4. Now, this one, I don't copy anybody. Choose what you feel the answer is. Based on what we've read so far, what's the best title for this passage? Is it number 4? If you could give the title, the passage a title, what will you give it? So Sam says A. Oak Brick Budgets cuts their budget. Okay, Oak Brick cuts and their consequences. C. Library as community learning labs. Also C again. Library as community learning labs. Ibn Young, library as community learning labs. All right. So the answer was right in front of us all along. Um, it's the answer is C. So Sam, the answer is C. But then again, like I'm saying, it's not about getting the correct answer now. You understand? It's about understanding. Can somebody just tell me in the comments why did you choose option C? Why didn't you just choose, option B? Why didn't you choose library versus schools? Who wins? After all, there are a lot of schools in this passage. Why didn't you choose option A or D? Can someone just tell me in the comments why they chose C? I chose C because each of them touched on what the library has done for them. Yes, Arika, that's perfect. The reason why the answer is C. Well done for explaining why you chose C. That clap was for you. But the reason why the answer is C is because the common denominator. The first paragraph also says so. Yes. That is a strategy. But Saz, don't bank on that. Don't bank on that because I said it that yes, the first paragraph will always will always be the background information or the overview. But don't bank on that. You still have to look through. I will go with Arike's reason because each paragraph touched on the library. You could see the library. Yeah, there's a budget cut, that's in option B. There's this here, that's in option B. Don't bank totally on the first paragraph. A passage can evolve, meaning that it can start off with something but end up being something bigger. You understand? So don't bank on that. Bank on a common denominating factor. So the common theme in each of these paragraphs was about the library. and the benefits of the library. So Ibn Abongyo says they highlighted the benefits and all of that. So I wouldn't bank on the first paragraph alone, Damilola and OSAS. It could be more. Passages can evolve. In case they're talking about, let's say they're talking about um, phone calls. Let's assume the paragraph is about phone calls, and it starts with how people were sending letters as a form of messages before Alexandra Graham Bell invented the telephone, the wired telephone, and now today we're using digital phones. So it can start off with something and develop into something bigger. So don't use that as a total metric that they said it first. Let's move on. All right, so number 5. Let's try number 5. So if given a chance, Miracle will most likely dash. What do you think the answer is? Go back to the Miracle paragraph and let me know what you think the answer is. Please put a number beside it so I know it's for number 5 you're answering. Okay. Sam, please correct yourself. There is no option S. All right, so we have Arike saying that B. Miracle praises the library for quiet study room. All right, D, yes. Everybody chooses D. Okay, let's look at it together and find out where. Kemi, I thought you left. I didn't see your comments in a while. Thanks for sticking around. Ibn Abbas says D. All right. Okay. Why is the answer D? Let's just understand it. If given a chance, Miracle most likely. So from her paragraph, we can see that she says quiet studies and story time. My kids discover reading, and I also need the Wi-Fi to apply for jobs. Yeah. So Nero also says D. So based on this, let's look. Favor of books. Okay. Yeah, she said she comes to the library with her children. So gets that because the option can come anyway. We don't know what the option will be, but she focused on her children. She comes to the library with her children. Her children love reading, but herself, she uses the public Wi-Fi to apply for jobs, and she needs faster Wi-Fi, and she doesn't have access. We didn't read that, but you can see here buying broadbands and laptops for home just isn't possible right now. So she's on a budget. So question can come from anywhere. You are getting the questions right, and I'm happy that's happening. But understand that the question can come from anywhere. They can be like, why is she applying for jobs? You understand? What if they ask you? Let me form a new question. Why is she applying for jobs at the library? Somebody answer, please. Why is she applying for jobs at the library? Why is she applying for jobs at the library? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Me too. I'm famished. I'm famished because there's reliable Wi-Fi there. Not only that, she needs Wi-Fi. Yes. Not only that, let's understand. She can't afford no reliable Wi-Fi. Thank you, Osaz. But there's more. So, I guess I'm missing something. You're missing one thing. Why is she applying for jobs at work? Yes, that's it. She doesn't have a laptop. And unlike Nigerian libraries, most public libraries have a laptop where you can work. So laptop and Wi-Fi. That's the reason. Cost. That's also another reason. Perfect. You guys are following. I'm so proud of you guys. Let me give you another bosa for sticking around. Then we will do the last bit. So we're not done. We still have a few more questions. That's well done, guys. Well done. Sticking around. Yes, we're wrapping things up. The last set of questions. Are you ready? Let me know if you're ready for the last set of questions in the comments. So like I'm saying, it's not just like getting not just about getting the correct answer now, but also thinking of how could they also set questions? Can't afford a laptop. Exactly. Ready. Okay. Everybody is ready for the next set. Okay. So before I go to the next set, what are we learning? We're not just learning that, we're not just finding the answer. We're also looking at inferences. There's more to there. If I should go back to Hanley, there's more to it. There's more to it. If they say that what's according to Hanley, let's just test ourselves one more time before we go this. If they say according to Hanley, what is a surprising use of library of the library nowadays? What will you say the answer is? So you have to type that for me. According to Hannah Lee, what is a surprising use of the library? Let's tax ourselves a bit. It's not just about these questions here, but also seeing if we understand the text. According to Hannah Lee, what is a surprising use of the library? Just to guide you, Hannah Lee is in the first paragraph. Exactly. Thank you so much, Musa, for you. Oluwadamilare. It's surprising people are coming to record podcasts. People are coming to, learn English. People are coming to, prototype their products. So questions can come from anywhere. Okay, other people did it. So the not just for you, Damilari. Also, Arika got it correctly. The question can come from anywhere. So it is very important that you see that you understand the passage, and we got that just by reading what the first two sentences. Sometimes in some situations you might need to come back and actually read the full thing. You understand? But once we to save time, it is advisable that you use that strategy. If you don't find it, okay, no, not quite, Umaron, not quite. That's not. People always go to the library to find to find a um to find a quiet place. So that is the easiest reason. That's the main reason people go to the library. But it's quiet study environment. No, I said it's surprising use. She said that people still borrow books, people come to read, but it's surprising use will be to learn English. I don't know that yeah, in the university library close to where I live, they take English classes for people who do not speak English. English, you're an international student and English is not your first language. So understand the bits and pieces. If we were to go to Counselor Rivera, you just know that the counselor is just his own thing is all about finance. We can't afford a 3D printer, all and that. So try to your best to understand each person's viewpoint. You get me? Okay, so let's move to the last phase. Then we'll take questions and answers. All right, I think I've moved. Okay, now this second set of tax 4. Let me take up this 1 second. This second text of tax 4 is somebody else writing an article as a commentary to the original article. So we have a lot of dashes. I know, remember what I said in tax 3. When you are looking for the answer, you read the full thing, you read the full sentence to get the full context. So, excuse me, based on that, what do you think the answer to number 6 is? Please, I know you need to do number 6 and 7 together, but please only drop the answer to number 6. This article shows why public libraries matter. If public libraries keep expanding digital help, it won't mean dash. Instead, the dash will benefit most. Please just drop number 6. So you have to look through the two options, 6 and 7. But please, let's just see. Put number 6, then put your option. Live on Instagram. I currently have 24 people who are online, and their feedback has been that it has been so worthwhile that thank you won't suffice. Thank you so much for that feedback, Damilola. So I'm live on Instagram. I currently have 24 people who are online, and okay, sorry, that was so unprofessional. I'm sorry about that. You guys are hearing. Okay. People are choosing C. Okay. Okay. Any more? I need at least 3 comments. Peter Kinyemi says C. I'm not saying they are correct though. Damilola also says C. Guys, what do you think? Ibn Abbas says B. Interesting. It won't mean. Ibn Abbas, is this for number 6? D. Interesting. A. Okay, we've gotten a full spectrum of almost all the options. Everybody has said A, B, C, or D. So what is the correct answer? Let's look at it together. Remember I said we're reading the full sentence. So technically we should have found number 6 and number 7 together, but let's just look at number 6 alone. The article shows why public libraries matter. If libraries keep expanding digital help, it won't mean dash. You understand? If libraries keep expanding digital help, it won't mean dash. So you actually, to be honest, guys, can people drop the answer to number 7 now? To be honest, you need to find the two answers at the same time. So for number 7, please drop your what you think the answer for number 7 is. Instead, the dash will benefit most. So number 7, please drop your answers to number 7. Number 7 is C. Somebody says D. Okay. Now, whatever you chose, whatever you chose, I hope you can see that you needed to your options had to mix your two options had to make sense together. So if you can we change our answer? Yes, you can. As long as you have enough time, you can change your answer. So you see why I said read the full sentence. Even if two options are Arika, change your answer. This one, I change your answer. Okay, if the two options are together in one sentence, you have to see that the two options make sense. Exactly. So the two options, I just saw the passage on the last sentence in the first paragraph. Okay. Exactly. That was where the answer is. But let's look at it together. So when in a situation whereby you have it won't mean dash, instead the dash will benefit most. That means the sentence has two options in the same two options at once. So it won't mean. So it's talking about, first of all, we're talking about digital help. Digital help, that we're talking about. So digital help means that it won't mean that books will disappear from shelves. Instead, the dash benefits most. The newcomers, 7 newcomers and seniors will benefit most. I don't think so. You can see how it's very confusing. I don't think 7 is D. The reason why I don't think 7 is D is that sorry to pinpoint you, Faith, but the reason why I don't think 7 is D is that yes, it will help job seekers without home internet. That is miracle. But you're looking holistically at the whole passage. The passage is more than just job seekers. And remember what I said earlier, for two paragraphs to have been closely related to people who are new, people who can't speak English, or to elderly people and careers. If they had put careers here as one of the options in 7, it would have been tough a bit. But job seekers is just one part of the paragraph. High is still related to high income. Is obviously, if you're using elimination, you obviously remove B, right? So tourist and center visitors, remove that as well. So it's between the both of them, C and D. So you now think, which one does the whole passage, which one represents the whole passage? That's how you will land on C. So I believe that 6 and 7, the answer are both C. So please note that was a very good teachable moment for all of us. Bisola, as well as Damilola, and everybody, Sam, Faith, everybody. It's when you see a passage um, with two options in one sentence, read the full passage. Because if you chose, let's say you chose C in option 6 and you chose D in option 7, let me read out your answer. It will mean that books will appear from shelves. Instead, the job seekers without home internet will benefit most. That doesn't really align. But when you look at it and you say it will mean that books will appear from shelves. Instead, sorry, it won't mean that books will appear from shelf. Instead, newcomers and seniors will benefit most. You can see that they are quite related. Newcomers and seniors need to read either to get familiar with the environment or whatever. So the two have to like be in sync. Like that's to be in sync. So that's why you have to look at the two of them together as one. So let's continue. Number 8, I agree with Dash that pilots should be cautious. Okay, another here, but we shouldn't ignore how Dash connect people to jobs and services. So let's, at the back of our mind, let's try to look for 7 and 8, put them together. 8 and 9 rather. 8 and 9, put them together. Put 8 option 8 and 9 together. 8, whatever option it is, and 9, put it together in your comments. I agree with Dash. That's a person that pilots should be cautious, but we shouldn't ignore how Dash connects people to jobs and services. Just waiting for your answers. Okay, we have answers here. B and C, Fitakinyemi. People are looking very, and that is very important. Look well for them. Don't just pick something. Look well and be sure that the two of them make sense together. So according to Faith, if B and C as well, for Bisola, B and C. So we can say I agree with what's B, Councillor Rivera, that pilots should be cautious. Okay. But we shouldn't ignore, but we shouldn't ignore how Dash connect people to jobs and services. How what? C, free digital help. Yeah. So looking at Miracle, who uses Wi-Fi at home, we won't, even though they try to confuse you, even though she has like quiet study rooms, right? It is not a private office. You understand? So using elimination, we've removed D. Obviously, we can find out it's Rivera by looking at the last sentence in his paragraph. It says he prefers modest pilots than large rollouts. So that's already pinpointing Rivera. But here, prenatal help and market space. Good job, everyone. We're almost coming towards the end. Get your questions ready. We will be. I'm happy. This is impactful. I didn't plan to stay live for this long, but I'm happy it has been impactful. You know me already. If you watch any of my videos, not my streams, I go in. I give you everything you need. There is no gatekeeping. There is nothing like that. Well done. The last question before I take your questions. Like I said, breathe deeply. Reading is quite technical, but it requires you to focus. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if in a few years Dash becomes a standard library service. What's the answer for number 10? Dash. I wouldn't be surprised if in a few years Dash becomes a standard library service. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Chinonso. Thank you, Abisola. Chinonso, I've not been seeing your comments. Have you been participating? The whole idea of a live stream and not just posting on just making uploads is that you get to interact with me, you get to ask me questions, you get to participate and be active. So Chinonso, please, I want to see your comments. What's the answer to number 10, Chinonso? Sorry to put you on the spot. I'm waiting for Chinonso to answer number 10. In a few years, Dash becomes a standard library service. Oh, you didn't follow up. Okay. As long as you're paying attention, that's fine. So some people say C, some people say B. Um, so I think you mean D. There's no, it's because of the grade. By the way, in the exam, you get a drop down menu, but I can't simulate that drop down menu. That's why I have to do a tabular box like this. Some people are saying B and C. All right. So what do you think what do I think the answer? In a few years, that should become a standard library service. Hmm. I don't think it's C. Charging for Wi-Fi use. No. No, I think it is B. Booking health appointments online. But let's look. I believe it's in the last paragraph that was inferred. So they said, um, A, paid resume writing. Where did you see that, Adebomi? Please let me know. I might actually not be correct as well. Charging for Wi-Fi use. Charging. I don't think that was mentioned. Um, it's not just what we think the answer is. Don't worry, Chino. So I would recap on that. I'll recap on the tips for tax four. Um, I think the answer. I personally think the answer is B. Yes, Sam. I think the answer is B. Let me remove the passage. But it says here when governments fund that, but it's I know it talks about this. Let's look at the last paragraph because many people got this wrong. Um, it says libraries are free at the point of use and trusted by seniors and newcomers. When government funds basic digital help, we can see measurable health and employment benefits. So what the person remember that this is a commentary on the original article. So it's not going to be a direct representation, but a commentary on it. I don't think the libraries were charging for Wi-Fi use. You understand? So what they are saying is that they will see that people will now come to the library as in, oh, I need to book an appointment online. I can do it at the library. I need to book my document appointment. I can do it at the library. I can do other things apart from reading my books and using the Wi-Fi at the library. You understand? So I think in that way, remember that's the thing we should remember. Kemi, you're free to change your answer. As long as you have enough time, you can change your answer. But the first person, shout out to you, Sam. Sam was the first person to get the correct answer. I'm shouting out to Sam because it can get a bit, annoying when you realize that you're always making mistakes. So shout out to you, Sam. You're the first one to get the answer correctly. Yeah, so that's the thing. Let's remember that the the this commentary is somebody who read the original long passage and is now making a comment. So it's not a direct of it, but it is related to it. But in a few years, people will be able to come to the hospital to do this and that and that. Yeah, Kemi Olaoye, you can change your answer. The answer is B. Woo! Guys, thank you for sticking with me. Throughout this stream, I had about 20 concurrent users, 20 concurrent viewers. I truly appreciate you. If you had to leave and miss some points, this is for everybody. If you had to leave and you missed some points here and there, don't worry. The live stream will be available. I'll also try to I'll put chapters so you can skip to the parts where you need help with. So this is the answer. I think we got everything correctly. DCCCC D for the first two. Yeah, so D C C. Yeah, I think we got it all correctly. Yeah, we got it all correctly. Okay, before I take your questions, I know you guys are waiting for the questions and answer. Um, yeah, you're welcome. You're so welcome, Faith. Before I take your questions, let's just look at this together. So you can see that if for those who has been here since the beginning, who has been here since the beginning. Let me know if you've been here since the beginning. Oh, and yeah. I know. Look, yeah. Arika has been here since the beginning. Quickly to answer your questions, I know this is going to break some people's hearts, but this will be my live stream for the year. Unless you guys request, like, bombard me with requests for live streams. This live stream was because of two people. Two people came on my previous live. I didn't save the live. I was asking what you guys need help with. Two people requested their exam is on the 29th, and those people are Damilola and Damilola and Adelekon. Adelekon is not here tonight, but I'm sure he'll watch the stream. They both have their exam on the 29th, and they needed help with. Thank you. I needed help with reading. So technically, I'm being honest. My writing video is all you need for writing. Like, I did a live stream on it just to show you how I generate ideas. My writing video was detailed, like very detailed. If you need help with writing, please go back to that writing video. It's on my YouTube channel. Just go to the CELPIP playlist and you'll find all the videos there, as well as my speaking video. There are so many testimonies. Like, I got a message on my birthday. I even cried because she was like, it was like a long thread. She was like, she's scared, she's worried, she doesn't want to fail. And she got 10, 10, 11, 12. And she said that let me see if I can find it. She said that she followed everything, like every single thing I said in my speaking and writing video, and she got 11 and 12. So these strategies, they work. Right? Reading is up against you because you're dealing with short time. It's a very very messy scenario, but this strategy works. You get. So let's just look at the quick review of the entire thing. So for tax 1, I mentioned that all you need to do, Joshua and I, yeah, their exams are on the 29th. I wish you guys all the best. Let me know how it goes. I wish you guys all the best on your exam. So quickly, let's look at this summary together. For task 1, you're trying to find out what is the purpose. What is the purpose of this email or letter? Find out who is writing it. What is the relationship? Are they friends? Are they colleagues? Find out what the ask is. Is it a complaint? Is it just information? Is it a request? What do they need from this letter? For task 2, you see a visual. Just have to understand the what's it called? Understand the. You have a question. Don't worry, questions will be taken very soon. You have a question. Just hold on, please. You understand the picture and understand. Okay, is there a key? Is there a legend that we're following? Understand where each thing matches. And it's just how you can translate visual information to written text. That's just task 2 for you. And like I said, if you were here early, task 1 and task 2, you should get every question correctly. Because when you get every question correctly in task 1 and task 2, if you miss some points in 3 and 4, if you miss some points in 3 and 4, you'll be able to sorry, I'm distracted with the comments. Yeah, you'll be able to get it easily. So task 1, try your best. Get all don't miss anything in task 1 and task 2. Now, task 3 is start getting trickier. I talked about topic sentences. How do we find topic sentences? You read the first sentence in each paragraph. If you still don't understand it, read the second paragraph. After reading the first and second, you should understand. If you don't understand it, don't worry about it. Move to the next paragraph because you're trying to find the topic sentence in each paragraph. Then task 4, we're doing speakers. Like we just did that now. You know that, okay, this is Dev Patel, this is Ling Cheng, this is so and so, this is Mr. Bragg. Each person has their own viewpoint. So you're just matching each person with their viewpoint and not mixing them up. Then the second set, when someone is commenting on something, you are just like finding out, verifying what that person is saying with the comment, with the original passage, so you can fill in the gaps. That's basically it. Ignore that slide. Now, the time we have come. Before we start the Q&A, I hate to do this, but I just have to say it. Please, I would encourage you to drop a super sticker or a super chat. It's not easy. I've been streaming for since your mind is I've been streaming for a while now. I'm trying to reply your comments. Anoluakpo. I'm trying to reply your comments, Anuluak, but just give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm so distracted. Yeah, so please, I encourage you to drop any token you can. Just by the comments, there's a little dollar bill there. Whatever you can will be appreciated. I need to get new lights so that my face is not looking ashy during the live stream. I'm actually a very handsome guy, even if I say so myself. But the camera, the lighting is not so great. That's why we're working with this, mildly pixelated audio. I'm sorry, picture. So if you can, please drop something in the super chat. I would truly appreciate it. Otherwise, let me take your questions. All right, questions, comments, suggestions, bring it all. Let's do it. You are the angel of my life. While we're waiting, just let me review that I've covered everything I want to cover. I want to make sure that this thing is practical for those who are also watching the replay. Yes, I think we've done it all. I'm just waiting for questions. Please ask your question. Your question can also be helpful for people who are like rewatching the replay and they don't get to ask their own question. Please give me 1 second to reply. Okay, someone is asking what is the highest score? The highest score is 12. The highest score is 12. Thank you so much. People are dropping super chat. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, Faith Akinyemi. I think you were on my previous live stream as well. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, Ibn Abo Young. I truly appreciate it. If you notice, when I started this stream, I started with so much energy, but I'm like, it has been a lot. But I just want everybody to pass. I want you to hear your testimony. That thank you. I watched your videos, and I'm now in Canada. I'm now in Australia, or I watched your videos and I got my postgraduate work permit sorted. I watched the videos and I got the highest scores for my permanent residency. So, what is the highest score? If I could go back all the way back, I think you were not here, Chino. So when I went through the grade, but let me just quickly cover that again. So the highest score is 12, and the lowest score is this is actually this is the scoring. So if you get, like I said, it's a bit tricky. Some people get really difficult CELPIP exams. Those who get really difficult CELPIP exams, if they get a 33, they would what's it called? They would be a 10. But if your exam was slightly easier, there is no exam that is totally easy. It's a moderate difficulty level, but some have it a little bit harder. So with that, you now you get a 10 if you get 33 and your exam was hard. But if the exam was a little bit simpler, you get it. So this is the scoring. So you can see that honestly, this is actually a very good question. You can see that if you scored 30, like 30 over 38, that's not a bad score. 30 over 38 is not really a bad score, but that is a band 8. That is a band 8. If we're doing 50%, which is C in some academic settings, 19, that's band 6. So you have to try your best in reading. Try your best, your absolute best, to select the right answers. And I believe you can all do it. I don't know why I can't reply to your message. My email is right on my profile. It is mailbelumi@gmail.com, mail belumi@gmail.com. And yes, I do offer, I'm not meant to announce it later on my community page. I do offer one-on-one coaching, and I'm thinking of like giving a Black Friday offer, like a group coaching, because I feel like we learn, even me being here, I've learned a lot from sharing and your responses coming to me. You understand? So I want to do a group coaching session where if you have your, please, okay, let me ask you a question. Let me drop a Q&A. If you have, for those who are still here, I appreciate you. What if you got a 10 your first time? That's good. A 10 is good. I got 11 in reading for my first time. I got 11 in reading the first time. It's possible. It's possible. It is very possible. Many people write their exams the first time and they get the score they want. I wrote my exam once and I got all the scores I needed. I even got more than I needed, but I needed just 9 in all categories. But I got 10, 11, 12, 12. So it's possible, and honestly, it's possible. What I'm looking for here quickly is, let's just play a little bit of this. While I engage with the comments. Any comments, questions, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Now, I'm streaming again this year. I'll still be dropping videos, but I'm not streaming because streaming is not easy. Um, um, let's reduce this. Okay, so let's just go back to the slide. Just Q&A, Q&A, Q&A. Don't ever leave me lonely without you. I hope I don't get the copyright strike from Star Plus. That song has been stuck in my head. Can I explain Sax 4? Perfect. I can explain Sax 4. Sax 4 is reading for viewpoints. So Sax 4 require, you can see, like, let me just go through the passage we did. Also, for those who missed it, Sax 4 is reading for viewpoints, and you have different people. It can be a person, it can be a community, it can be an organization, it can be a company. You understand? It can be, maybe they say Apple wants to do this to reduce global warming, and they can say the government wants to do this to include global warming. They cannot be like a professor of Harvard, I don't know, psychology, saying that we should do this to reduce global warming. You understand? So there are different parts that are required. Different parts here and there are required. So all you have to do is understand where each person is coming from. So if let me just go back on my slides. If we look at this passage that we did, we start Hannah Lee. Hannah Lee has a different perspective towards library. Excuse me 1 second. Just 1 second. All right. Okay. So Hannah Lee has a different perspective towards libraries. Councillor Rivera, his own is about money. It's so expensive. Libraries. Dev Patel is still about libraries, but he's saying that libraries will help people who want to pursue a career in college. Miraka is a parent. Library is good for students, for our children to enjoy the art of reading and for her to apply for jobs. You understand? So there are different comments and commentary to library. So your job is to understand where each person is coming from. Some questions might have organizations. So might be the what else organization says this, what organization says that. You understand? Please, I'll encourage you. Just beside the comments, there's a dollar bill there. If you could please contribute. I need to get lights for my car so I can improve the quality of videos I make. I'd really appreciate it. Nothing is too small. Like those from Barassi, nothing is too small. It does help me a lot as a small creator. I don't have millions of followers, so my AdSense revenue is not so great. I'm being honest with you guys. So a little does go a long way in saving up to get new lights for the channel. Thank you, Anoluakbo. Yes, I've seen your email. I'll reply after the stream. Yes, just to also confirm, I also offer one-on-one sessions and I offer group sessions. I've not yet launched the group session because of timing and time zones. Live streams will be uploaded immediately. It will be uploaded immediately. I'm done. YouTube will take some time to upload it, but you can still be watching. But I need to edit the chapter so you can know what category means what. But then again, thanks for asking that question. Radson. Yeah. So that's basically it. So, so do you understand tax 4 now? Now let's go back to tax 3. Someone asked a question about tax 3. Excuse me. Ifechuku Jimba. Let's go back to tax 3. Never leave me lonely. So person that asked tax 4, you can see one article, then the second part was a comment referencing the article. Then each paragraph has a different individual or distinct viewpoint. Now back to tax 3. Yeah, tax 3 is oh, Hannah, I'll get back to you, Hannah. Today, oh my God. Okay. Let's give Hannah some preference. Hannah, is there anything you have questions with? You have your test today at 6. Are you in? First of all, what's your location so I can know? 6 p.m. on a Sunday. Hannah, please let me know your location. I'll give you some preference. So my email for those asking is mailpelumi@gmail.com. If you need more information or help or one-on-one guide. Oh, Hannah, do you have any questions quickly? What's the time in Calgary right now? In time in Ontario is 5 p.m. What's the time in Calgary? 3. Oh, you have about 2 hours. Please don't forget to take your passports. Please don't forget to take your passports and have a bottle of water, like not like a jar like this, like the actual bottle of water, and cut out the label, like I said. So in your writing exam, please, try to finish on time. Drink water before you start your speaking exam. Okay, you are 2 hours. You're 2 hours. Calgary is 2 hours behind. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any questions, Hannah, before I continue with other people? Because your exam is today. And by the way, I covered reading. You have reading task 1. Okay. Someone. Okay, I'll kill 2 birds. Someone just asked. Let's just go all the way back to reading task 1 for those who missed some section. All the best, Hannah. You will smash it. So for reading task 1, you get a short email, right? Emphasis on short because task 3 and task 4 are quite long. You get a short email, and you have to understand the purpose, the tone, and the key players. Of course, definitely. I'm going to give you preference because your exam is in a few hours. So let me show you the example I gave. I said the first thing you should do, let me remove the comment so you can see, is to just quickly scan the image. Quickly scan the image, just left to right, quickly, just to pick out, who writing this image, what's the message about, what are the details of the message, and find the ask. Is it a request? Is it a complaint? Is it an informative memo? Then you now read the questions. I didn't say you should read the full thing. Just scan your eyes to pick out things here and there. You understand? Then go to the questions. Then from the questions, you now know what to look for. That way you save so much time, because reading, the time management is crucial. Then you also mentioned tax 3. You're not the only one that needs help with tax 3. So I gave an example here, right? So see this one. Daniel's parents are now, so we have to look through, like, okay, that this is a location. We have to look, we now find out the answer is Ottawa. You understand? So just do that. Skim through to understand what the passage is about. Just look left, look right, look right. Okay, somebody's graduating. Then now, okay, after skimming through, Daniel's parents are now, okay. Daniel is the one writing the passage. So where are his parents now? We drew them to Ottawa, blah, 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 blah. You now look for the question. Tax 1 is simple, honestly. It's one of the simplest. And like I said to people who have been here for a while, honestly, don't leave anything on the table for your task 1 and your task 2. They are very simple. Now, what is listening type 3? I don't know off the top of my head. What is listening type 3? I mean, part 3 rather. I know listening part 1 is listening to a daily life, listening for information. The same thing applies, right? The same thing applies. So let me go to reading tax 3. I'm not doing listening today, but for you, I'll cover it. Tax 3. So obviously, because you are listening in because you are listening, you are getting the audio, right? The audio is what you are hearing. You're hearing the audio. Audio is just playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. What I would advise you, and this is my advice for listening in general, don't be so focused on taking notes. Take notes, like write notes, but listen. That is the thing. Listen, actually listen. It's just like if you are at a seminar and you are taking notes. You are not writing everything that the person that is speaking is saying. You are listening to understand, but the things you can't remember, like maybe you're talking about the ecosystem and they are listing maybe 7 chemical equations or something, you will actually write that down. But your 60% of your attention should be on listening. What you are writing are things that you are sure you will not remember. Listen to understand what is going on. But write down things like time, like place, like if there's a list of something, write that down. You understand? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Reading for information is tricky, but with with that system, I want to. Can you guys? I think I mistakenly left. Okay. Any other questions? Can you guys hear me now? Please type yes if you can hear me. I think I mistakenly left the stream. I mistakenly tapped the. You can hear me. Perfect. 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 I'll just stay for 5 more minutes. If you have any questions, please stay in code. Stay in code. This is my last live stream for the year, unless people bombard me. And I know how you guys bombard me. Don't worry. I know how you bombard me. Unless you bombard me for a live stream in speaking, but I'll still be dropping videos once every 2 weeks. But yeah, life is many priorities, man. But I won't leave you guys hanging. Please let me know. I wanted to ask a question, right? Um, let me make this a bit interactive. Can you guys hear me? They said yes. People said yes, so they can hear me. Okay, part 3 in reading. Okay, okay, you can hear me. Okay. I want to ask a Q. Before I continue with question, let me start my own Q&A. When just 1 second, please. Thank you. So I'm asking a question. Please let me know. Use the Q&A to when is your yeah. I've sent a Q&A. Let me know when your exam date is. All right, someone said part 3 in reading. Okay, let me go back to it. So part 3 is reading for information, right? Like it is really tricky, but if you were not here, please watch the replay. I gave a good strategy, and people here confirm that it works on how to save time. Because when you see this long passage, you're like, hey, where do I even start from? But when you break it down by paragraphs and you use your understanding of each paragraph to answer multiple questions at the same time, you save a lot of time. That way, by the way, guys, by the way, for the people who are still here, 22 of you, I appreciate you. By the way, if you finish on time, please go back and look and double check. Remember what happened with our Halifax, Montreal, and Edmonton situation? That was until I double checked that I realized that the answer was Edmonton. You understand? So please, guys, or if you finish on time, don't just move on to the next stage. Please. What are you rushing for? What are you rushing for? Yeah, please double check so you get the best score possible. So for Ifechuku, part 3, what we are doing in part 3 is that we are December 27. Why? Why did you choose that day? I don't know why put you choose Christmas period. Anyway, yeah. So each paragraph has a particular information. So the entire passage has a theme. It could be like this passage that you're looking at is all about November 29th or more. So we have 3 people that are doing their exam. So we have Faith, we have Josh, so we have Damilola, we have Faith, and we have Joshua. Okay, so this entire paragraph that you're looking at, it is a passage on remote working and how it affects traffic. That is every paragraph has to do with that message, but each paragraph has a particular point that they're passing across. Some might be about, so you can see that, oh wow, 3 people are on this, 4 people are on, wow, what's happening on November 29? Wow, that's very interesting. Very interesting. 4th of December, Christine. Hi, Christine. I have not seen your comment before. Hope you've been following. Okay, let me focus on this question. Sorry about that. Who asked this question again? Ifechuku. Quickly. So each paragraph has a different approach to that topic that we've identified. We identified that this entire passage rather, is about remote working and how it affects traffic. So look at paragraph A. It's just an overview. Paragraph B is about individual workers. Paragraph C is about employers. Paragraph D, let me take off your question. Paragraph D is about how it is changing and affecting other people. You understand? So what we're looking for is that by reading the first and second sentence or the first sentence, for those who were here, I only read the first sentence in paragraph C and I figured out what it was about just to understand the topic. Based on that, we go straight to the questions and try to match. Please, I beg you, if you could watch the replay. It was too good. People were really finding the correct answer, and I was super proud of that. Once you have that strategy, you save time. You are not stressed with a long passage. It just flows. So the strategy is you read the first sentence of each paragraph. If you read the first sentence and you don't understand, read the second sentence. Then, if you still don't understand, just skip it and move to the second paragraph. Read like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Once you do that, you now come here and read all the questions, right? You read all the questions from the beginning to the end. You read all the questions. Then after that, after you've read all the questions, you can now come to paragraph A. Then read the full thing. Then you're like, from this entire questions, all these questions, which one is paragraph A? That way you can answer multiple questions at the same time. If it appears in, the only time it appeared twice was option D. Number 6 and 7 were option D. So that way we're able to answer the thing twice, as opposed to reading the question, coming back here and reading the full thing. Such that will waste so much time. Do you understand? If Chuku, do you understand? Let me know if you understand. Let me look for any other question. Wow. November 4th of December. Please, depending on where you live, please, don't forget your passports. Don't forget your passports. Get to the center 45 minutes early. Just get there and, calm yourself down. That was my mistake with my listening exam. I almost got there late. It was just great. I was just very favored. That's what I was able to write. So I got there late and I was tense and my listening was a mess. I'm just happy I was able to still get a 10. So please get there early. Grab a bottle of water. Don't go with like a water bottle. Go with the plastic water bottle, but cut off the label, which will allow you to take that in, so that after your writing, you can drip a little bit of water. Then your vocal cords can be clear to continue speaking. 4th of December. So let me just do a recap. We have We have Sam on December 27. We have Olutayo on December 18. We have Damilola November 29. Faith as well, November 29. Ife Chuku, November 29. What's happening? Ratson, November 29. Bukola, November 29. You guys should open a WhatsApp group and add me to it. And we have Christine, 4th of December. I know Oluwakpo, December 20. Christine says it's her first time. Oh, we have another 4th of December. So Christine and Nena Safaris, 4th of December. Okay, 29. All right. In the case of no further questions, I'm just going to wait for 1 minute and we say goodbye. So I wish you all the best. Please try to sleep. It goes without saying, but still I'll say it. Please try to sleep. If your exam is in the morning, I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's just very interesting that a lot of people, most of you don't know each other. And Joshua is not here. Joshua's also on the 29th. So we have a lot of people who are writing on the 29th. So I was just like, you guys should open a WhatsApp group. It's a joke. It's a joke. But if you want to, let me know. If you want to, let me know. You guys have access to me. Please, if you have any questions and okay, they want to do it. Okay. How should we do it? Okay, send people who are I don't know how to do it. What do you think? Abisola? What do you think? How do we collate the names and how do we just, I don't know what you guys need. I'm here to just offer support. Yeah. Please don't drop your personal information online for privacy reasons. Let me be the one to coordinate it. What's it called? No, don't drop the link here. Yes. So do you know what? Send me an email. Send me an email, milpelumi@gmail.com. And people that okay. What's it called? Ifechuku, one person should drop their email. So that one person should drop their email and let everybody who wants to join that group send their email to that person, and that person will send an email to me, so that it's not multiple. Honestly, I get mild anxiety when I receive too many messages at the same time. Okay, who wants to open the group? Arike Abiso. Oh my god, you guys are making me laugh. I beg, please don't make me laugh, please. You guys are sending me emails on the spot. Okay. Let's be serious. So that people watching the replay will not be like, what are these people doing here? Okay, Arike Abisola, please drop your email and let everybody send an email to you. Then you send an email. Please let's follow the protocol, please, so that I can attend to everybody. Please let's follow the protocol. Abisola, please drop your email. Where is your email? I can't find it though. Yes. So Arika will be the one to send the email to me. My email is mailpelomi@gmail.com. Please, I'm not responding to anybody who is not Arika Abisola. Only Arika Abisola. So drop your email in the chat. Please stop emailing me, I beg, please. Okay. By the way, any questions? Let's wrap this up. Let's do it that way. Everybody send. I don't know. Have you dropped your email or anything you're comfortable with? Just drop it or your Instagram I can share. Okay, this is it. Is it at this handle at gmail.com? Is that it? Right? Is that it? So everybody, please send her an email. Please, if you're watching the replay, yes, and you want to join the community for CELPIP, just to offer guidance and support, please. I'm not seeing that email. Maybe they're blocking it. Arika, please can you confirm just to add at gmail.com to this what the comments I have on the screen from Sam? While I'm waiting for confirmation, if you have any questions, please drop it here. Waiting for Bisola before I end the stream. While we wait for Bisola, if you are watching, thank you for sticking by. If you're watching the replay, thank you for sticking by. Please go through it very well. I gave very good information. I'm waiting for Abisola. Let's play some pop music. Abisola has left the group chat, so she's not here anymore. Oh, that's so. Please, what's your email? What's your email, please? Let Bisola do it. She has offered to do it. Bisola, I'm waiting on you. I don't want this stream to be way too long. Please answer us, please. So while I'm waiting, let me answer Isaac. Isaac, I offer all the help and support. You can send me an email. You know what? Let's do. Okay. I didn't want to do it, but okay. But once we are 20 in that group, I'm going to make it private. Okay, feel free, please. All you are doing, because when I get too many emails, I have mild digital anxiety. So please, you guys already have my email. It is mailpalumi@gmail.com. Please don't spam me. Just send it once, and I'll send an emoji to reply that I have received it. Everybody should send me the email. Once we are 20, I'm closing it because I can't find Abisola's email. I don't want to do this, but yeah. I guess we're doing it that way then. Also, okay. Wait. I've gotten an email. Wait. Arika, should I post your email in the comments? Are you okay with that? Just need your confirmation. She has sent me. Should I post your email in the comments? I just need a yes from you, then we will do that. Don't worry. For the people who are watching the replay, they won't see because it will be on the live chat replay section. So they won't know what we're talking about. For people who are here right now, so when they come, I will have blocked access and they won't have access to it. So yeah, we have November 29, we have December 4. We have a lot of people who are doing it for the second time. We have some people who want to. Okay, she has given me the go ahead. All right, I'll type it. Okay, I was just waiting for your comment. I didn't know you asked you to email me again, but it's fine because it has covered it now. So that 1, 2, 3. All right, I won't highlight her comments. So just for our privacy, I won't highlight her email. But can you guys see the email now in the chat? Please say yes if you can see the email now in the chat. All right, so let's do it that way. Let's all send. So do you know what, Arike? Once you receive their phone numbers, add them to the group. After, by some, Arike, what time zone are you in? Let's also get that. What time zone are you in? So while you're telling me that, let me answer this question real quick. But whatever time zone you are in, let's do it that way. Okay, you're in the UK time zone, so it is almost really late in the UK now. But all of you, please send Arika, send Abisola an email, right? Abisola will create the WhatsApp group and add you to that WhatsApp group. Then, can't say I shouldn't have mentioned. You see how hard it is. You're sending it to our email. I don't want to spotlight our email. Please look up. It's just right above it. You're sending your phone numbers to Bisola. Bisola will create the group. Once she has added everybody by tomorrow, Bisola, tomorrow by 3 p.m., just tell me that the group has been added. Then I will give you my number and I'll add it and I'll be added to the group. Is that okay? Okay, if you still need my email, I've dropped it a couple of times. My email is mailpelumi@gmail.com. If you are sending me an email, it's just for if you're interested in private tutoring or you're interested in the group class. That is what I am offering. Please, the WhatsApp is going to be coordinated by Rika, but I'll be dropping my tips daily or as often as I can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so everybody send, please, before the live ends, or you can take a picture of it, send out the email. People who are sending me emails are just for private, if they need private help, tutoring and coaching. And I had a group class. So let me know if you want part of the group class or the private class. You understand? Okay, now moving on. December 6th, Isaac, any help? So you are sending your phone numbers. You are sending your phone numbers to her. When Arika will send some emails. We already have an email chain already, so she will let me know when the group is set, and I will join the group. Capiche? All good. So Isaac. There's lots of help available. Help is available. You need to reach out. I offer private coaching. And I'm really excited because my students who I coach just for listening, they have been getting 6 and 7 in listening. She took it again. She wanted to get at least the 8 for PGWP and she got a 9. So, yeah. Your time zone, Arika, your time zone is fine. Okay, no, actually, no, whatever time, use your time zone. I'll be asleep by that time or I'll be at church or something. Yeah, but don't worry about that. So, Isaac, let me know what help you need. Help is available. Also, my YouTube channel. I find it a little bit annoying, not annoying, when people ask for help that is already available. People are asking me for tips when my writing video went in detail. But if you still need personal tutoring, that way I will be on your case. You must start by fire by force. Then you can send me an email for private tutoring, or if you want to join the group class. Now I don't know when the class will be, but the class will only be for people who are writing in December. You understand? Yeah. For people writing in December, you can ask to join my class. Please, last thing, and I'll be the last time I'm mentioning, if you got any value from today's class, please don't forget to type the like button so that YouTube can recommend to people who are watching the replay. Please, if you haven't liked this video already, please, all 22 of you, please just drop the like video. I've been here for almost 4 hours now, so please tap on the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe so you can also thank you so much, Damilola. That's really great. Thank you so much, Damilola. Thank you. Also, last time I'll be saying is, if you had any if you enjoyed this class, please feel free to drop a super chat or super sticker. Just by the comment section, there's a dollar bill there. I would truly appreciate it. As a small creator, I need better lights, I need better camera to keep making better videos for you guys. So if you could drop a super chat in the comments, that would be great. If there's any other questions, please let me know. Otherwise, in 2 minutes, I'll be ending the live. Yes. That's it. Yeah, just keep on watching the videos. But if you need private coaching, yes, it's a paid class, but it's really helpful. Especially if you've taken the exam before and you want to write it again, you might need some help just to figure out where you are, what is going wrong. If it is anxiety, if it is something else that is making you, get tensed, on exam day, you might need some personal coaching, totally optional. Or if you think you need it, yeah, you can send me an email for that reason. Yeah. Um, 1 minute countdown, and I will be ending the live. 1 minute countdown, and I'll be ending the live. I'll just be looking at your comments. So in 1 minute, we end the live. If you want to show some love, thank you is great. I appreciate your thank you. If you want to show some love, I appreciate the super chats or super sticker, whatever you can afford. No pressure whatsoever. Totally optional, but I would really appreciate it to help me improve my content. You see those content creators that have very fine, lighting, very fine camera setup. Is money, so I could, keep on making great content for you guys. Otherwise, we'll be ending. So let me just do the 1 minute countdown. Please drop your questions. I'm looking at the questions. Drop your questions. If there's no question after the 1 minute countdown, that will be the end of this live. Okay, the 1 minute countdown starts now. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm looking at the questions. Raxon clips. I don't understand that language. Yeah, if you could please speak English. Yeah. So after this countdown, we will be ending the live. Thank you for joining. Please feel free to drop a super chat or super sticker. Otherwise, I'll see you very soon. Also, if you haven't already subscribed or liked my channel, like this video, please drop a like and subscribe as well. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. It has been an honor teaching you. Thank you for trusting me to teach you. And bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.